Another great story from today.
A really creepy story about a stalker hiding under a woman's bed, and it's caught on camera. Now, cops say Carlos Faria stayed under his victim's bed near Washington, D.C. for 2 days, videotaping her every move. Now, he was a valet at the hospital where she worked. Cops say he made a copy of her keys and let himself into her home and stayed there. They say the stalking came to an end when the victim's fiance discovered Faria under the bed, then called police. That stuff creeps me out, man.
How does this guy still breathe if the fiance found him under the bed? You don't call the police in that instance. You kill the guy. You kill him.
Was the guy under there for 2 straight days without leaving?
Yeah, I guess so. 2 days videotaping her, so.
That is weird. You're setting the camera. You got the keys to her place. Why, when you set the camera
and leave?
I'm not even going to acknowledge it's wrong, but I'm just. But
you want it logistically. He screwed up.
Obviously, it's wrong. But let's get inside this creep's head. It's like you have the keys and you're going to set the camera. Set the camera. Get the hell out of there. Get enough footage. Go back and get your stupid camera.
Did he go to the bathroom under there? How do you do
for 2 days? Maybe when she left, he would get up.
He's showering, making eggs.
God only knows.
The video's hilarious because you see him set the camera really fast and then run away from the camera and duck under the bed.
Where would he put the camera?
I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those spy cameras. I don't know exactly how he did it.
Oh, yeah. You know he must have been, she gets up, he gets out, does what he's got to do, but I'm sure we'll find out if they do any follow-ups that he was just doing awful things to her personal goods, going through the undies drawer or maybe the laundry.
What a nut to be under there while the fiance's in the house.
Yeah, I don't know.
Eesh.
That's definitely creepy.
After 2 days, you look under, you see these brown toes. Hey, is this the building guy? Aborigine.
But the fiance, finding a guy under your chick's bed like that, you'd have to work him over before you call the cops. I wonder if he did. They didn't say anything, but
work him over.
You'd have to just tune him up a little bit, grab a stick, and just beat him silly.
All right, let's say hi to Terry in New Jersey. Terry, what's up?
Creep.
Terry, we lose you?
Terry? Or maybe a button.
Terry?
Hi.
Terry? I don't know what's going on.
Name of either gender.
Hello?
Name of either gender.
All right, you're going to have to call back, I guess.
You're taking your chances with a Terry. Hi, Terry. Hi. Hi, Terry. Hi.
Your Aunt Jerry, Jerri. Short
Geraldine.
Or either that or lesbian, it's abbreviated for.
More info on that story. He also had condoms on him and rubber gloves.
Oh.
He's a good boy.
That sounds like he might have been gearing up to do something.
Right. Get to her in a second. We got to get this out of the way. I think this is an old story that Danny found, right?
It's very familiar sounding.
It is familiar sounding.
And he's a shit dick.
A Clearwater man is fighting to stop his alimony payments because his ex-wife is now a man. Lawrence Roach asked a Clearwater judge to end the monthly payments of $1,250. He divorced his wife Julia in 2004 after 18 years of marriage. But since that time, Julia had a sex change and is now Julio. Attorneys for the ex-wife say that the operation doesn't change the couple's alimony agreement. Roach agreed to make the payments until his ex-wife dies or remarries, according to his attorney. The judge is still considering the argument.
All right, let's go to the expert, Anthony Cumia in studio. Now, Anthony, you're obviously paying the ex, unfortunately. The faithful listeners know all about it, okay? Could you imagine that she had a sex change operation, and now you have to pay a dude?
Now, yeah, so she would turn into a guy.
Right.
And
now,
as they say, her name would be like Jeff.
Yeah, add insult. Jeff. Add insult to injury. Now, not only do you have to pay, you have to pay a dude.
Pay a guy.
Would that be enough for you to kill yourself?
No.
Wouldn't that be cooler, though?
Well,
how would that be cool?
Because the person that you're not with anymore is just a disaster.
True.
Is that unbelievable? This poor guy, the guys get screwed in the divorce thing. We know that by now. Anthony has taught us that.
Oh.
And now your ex turned into a man, and you've got to continue. Not only do you have to continue writing the checks, you have to now write a man's name.
Yeah. And can you believe, whenever I hear that, until she gets married or dies, that guy really got a raw deal.
Hopefully both on the same day.
Oh, that's something. No light at the end of the tunnel there. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be, actually, Jimmy is a little right there. That would be funny because you go, wow, what a psycho. Good. You lost your mind.
Tee-hee.
Listeners are really good. You guys are on fire lately. Joey from Howard Beach. Julia becomes Julio. Did she have a race change too? Maybe they botched the operation, and now, holy crap, you're now Hispanic.
They give her a cock with foreskin.
Yeah, has to be unclipped. Staple it on.
All right, but can you imagine that one, Ant? That's a little rough.
I had to go to my lawyer yesterday.
Yeah, how'd it go?
First little meeting.
Went good, right?
My lawyer went good, but it's like, it's still going to cost me money. You know.
You should sue her for the legal. Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you can, but it's like one of those things that you don't know. Sometimes even these things just settle out, and they go, all right, you take care of your side, you'll take care of your side, and we'll just throw the whole thing out, or do this, that, or that. So it winds up, believe me, I'm not going to walk away from this without having spent money. It's amazing.
Just say the word. I'll get the Philly crew.
Take you to court.
Just say the word, and I call up the Philly crew.
No, can't do that.
All right. I would do that for you.
I think you should sue for legal expenses, honest to God.
Yeah, but you see, it just winds up costing money to do that. And then once you get through it, if it settles, which they usually do, it never really goes to trial. Then they wind up just divvying it up and go, all right, you pay your legal fees and you pay yours. You know, it just costs you money. It's a big pain in the fucking ass, and the legal system stinks as far as these matters are concerned.
Do we got the judges listening? How about you do us one favor? Because here's a story coming in from Frank in Virginia. He writes, my uncle's ex-wife has dated a guy for 20 years.
Oof.
But refuses to marry him because she doesn't want to lose the alimony.
Same, but
and my uncle is a retired firefighter, so she's mooching off his pension too. Now, can't the judges out there change the law, and you can look into some of these people that have decided, look, they would have been married, but they're not getting married because they don't want to lose the fucking paycheck.
You might as well say, can you make 2 and 2 equal 6? It doesn't work. It's not the legal system isn't about going into a courtroom and pleading a case and having it judged individually. It's a formula. These things are a formula. When you walk into a courtroom, you're not a person. You're not a couple that was married and had these experiences and this. The judge looks at who you are, looks at how much this one makes, how much this one makes, the years you were married. There's a calculation that's made, and you pay this much. You're divorced. You wish it was like the surprise witness burst through the courtroom doors and says, I have this bit of evidence. And the judge goes, well, let me go and look in my chambers, and comes out and goes, obviously, after reading this. It doesn't happen like that. If it did, the court system would be tied up for 8 billion years longer than it is now. It's so fast and so calculated that they take precedents that are made in much higher courts, use them as an outline, and you're just person A fighting person B, and here's what we always do and always will do, and here's how it will always work out. We don't care what you do, who you do it with, anything. That's how it works.
Not as an outline, it's an excuse to fucking not be creative or not think.
Right.
Precedent is not an outline. It's a fucking excuse to be dead.
And it's such bullshit, too, because basically the court's saying that the women, they're pathetic on their own, but they're not on their own if they have someone they're in love with for 20 years taking care of them.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
It really is just the worst system that's in place. It's archaic. It's based on a principle or a theory that the women in this country cannot survive without a man. And it's the only example that the women will say, well, that's just the way it is. Any other example, when you say, well, in the workplace, okay, well, I'd love to give you a raise or I'd love to give you that promotion, but you're a woman. and you're a little more helpless. You can't take care of yourself, so why would I put you in this responsible position? So I'm going to have to... You would be dragged into court so fast for sexual bias, your head would spin. But as far as divorce goes, yes, I'm so helpless. Please, I need money. I need support. I need this. Any other example, you'd be dragged into court. I'd love to see a boss do that to a woman. Just walk up to her and go, look, yeah, you and this gentleman over here are up for the same job. You're both equally qualified. As a matter of fact, as far as qualification go, miss, you're a little more qualified, but you're a woman. And that means that you're not as responsible. You're more helpless. You can't be on your own. So I can't give you the job.
They're selectively helpless. Just like every minority group is selective as to when you can mention their obscure. Every minority group is selective as to when you can mention their race or their sexual orientation. If it's going to benefit me, like if I have to put, like, say, black or Asian on the form to get that government loan, that's fine. But if you want to know if I'm black or whatever when I'm applying, I want to know why you want to know. If it's not going to benefit me, I don't want to tell you.
Here's a prime example. Poor neighborhoods. When somebody wants to move in and maybe knock down some buildings, some low-income housing, and then build more expensive apartments, the black community will come out and say, you're going to be displacing members of our community.
Gentrification.
Yeah. But then if you say, hey, the blacks are living in low-income housing. Well, no, we're not. Why is it only the blacks? Why are you saying that? Well, then how come the group came out to protest when we wanted to knock these houses down? How come all black people came out and said this is racist? If you're not black and living there, it wouldn't be racist.
Jesus.
It is very selective.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the women with that divorce crap, it is so selective. Go ahead, do it. Do it to an employee one day. Just walk up to a woman and say, sorry, I'm taking half your money away because you're a woman and you're helpless.
We got MC from Dayton, Ohio. What's worse? You know, because we said what's worse than your ex becoming a dude? What's worse, your ex has a sex change, or your ex hooks up with Guy Compton?
Guy Compton. Let Guy Compton do the job.
And I'm unfortunately, you know, we're gonna let you slide, but he has sent in the joke twice, and now we got to make fun of you.
Oh boy.
Actually, it's 3 times now.
Oh no.
And I was gonna let you slide, but now we got to point out that you went for a hack joke, Pete, from Clare, Michigan.
3 times?
Yes, we're talking about you, Pete.
What was the joke?
Pete Blosser from Clare, Michigan.
What's the joke? Hold on.
What do you, the operation? What do you call, I guess? What do you call the operation when a man becomes a woman? He wrote 3 times. I swear, I was like, I'll just make believe he didn't write this.
Let me say this. If on that screen, if it says an addictomy, I'm going to smack every face in this room, starting with my own.
Pete thought it was so terrific, he sent it in a bunch of times. And like I said, we let you slide. See, unfortunately, you know, we try stuff on the show, and we sound like jerks sometimes.
Yes. You may hear this sound.
Yeah.
Every so often.
We don't get to go back and go, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say this. But on instant feedback, you can hide if we're feeling nice. But today, I'm sorry, Pete Blosser. What do you call the operation when a man becomes a woman? I'll lop it off of me. What do you call the operation when a woman becomes a man?
If it says addictomy, I'm punishing someone.
It does, Jimmy. How are you going to punish someone?
No.
Where are you going?
Oh,
Jimmy's really going to punish someone.
Leaving the studio.
They're locking the door in there.
He's going.
Oh, they're trying. Oh, they didn't get to the door in time.
Into the room and
what's going on in there, Jimmy?
I just heard it. Wave around your ass now. Wave it around.
Danny, what happened in there?
You weren't in there long enough. You took it with you.
I was. Jimmy came in
took it
here
with you.
and politely farted for all of us.
You got to pat your pants to get it all out.
Silly.
Jimmy, really make it hurt and bop one of those guys on the nose. Give him a good bop to the nose.
My cock.
Nice.
Good cock bopping.
Does it always have to end with the cock?
I'm sorry. But I don't want to punch someone violently, though. I had to clear that up.
All right.
It followed me.
Yeah,
Well, now we got this coming in. Dave L. from West Orange. Knock, knock. Who's there? Let's say hi to Eric in Colorado. Eric?
Good morning, boys.
Hey, Eric, how's Dylan?
He's doing pretty good this morning.
Hey, that's right.
Hey, I've got a neighbor. He runs an HVAC company. He makes $50,000 a year. His ex-wife is an executive with Quest Communications. With bonuses, she makes $500,000 a year. He pays her $1,000 a month in alimony and child support.
Wow. Yeah. Well, the child support's a whole nother matter.
Years. Yeah.
Child support's a whole nother thing.
Unfair.
Thank God I don't have to deal with that.
You didn't own anything with her. No
Didn't own
houses,
anything.
You barely had a car. You barely had a car.
I know.
In case you missed it, we had this story yesterday.
A Clearwater man is fighting to stop his alimony payments because his ex-wife is now a man. Lawrence Roach asked a Clearwater judge to end the monthly payments of $1,250. He divorced his wife Julia in 2004 after 18 years of marriage. But since that time, Julia had a sex change and is now Julio. Attorneys for the ex-wife say that the operation doesn't change the couple's alimony agreement. Roach agreed to make the payments until his ex-wife dies or remarries, according to his attorney. The judge is still considering the argument.
That was, I believe, yesterday.
Oh.
Would this drive you nuts, Anthony?
Oh, my God.
Can you
Any
just
of these
imagine?
stories.
You thought your situation was bad, and it is bad, Anthony. We all know that.
Is.
But could you imagine this?
No.
Would you just lose your mind?
Imagine that. You got to send a check to a guy, a transsexual
Gender
guy.
Post-op thing.
Because you know that every time a woman becomes a man, I don't even know what that operation's all about. They take skin and muscle tissue from somewhere and try to build something that resembles male anatomy.
Yeah.
And then they give them the hormones. Their breasts go away. Their hips go away. And they always grow facial hair. Every time you see a transsexual that went from a female to a male, they'll always have the big beard. Because, like, that's how they have to show that they're now a man.
Yeah.
And you're just writing a check to some dude that you were married to.
You would hang yourself.
How embarrassing. First of all, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to you, your entire family, your friends.
Oh, jeez. Don't say anything. There's my ex at the table over there. What, the guy? Yeah, Grizzly Adams. Over there at the table. Spending my money. Look at that. Oh, would that be embarrassing?
Well, guess what? We have an update. Ex still due alimony when she becomes he.
Oh, no.
A woman's sex change operation does not free her ex-husband from his alimony obligation, a judge said Wednesday.
Judge stupid.
Attorneys for Lawrence Roach, 48, had argued his 55-year-old ex-wife's decision to switch genders and change her name from Julia to Julio voided their 2004 divorce agreement. Circuit Judge blah, 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 however, ruled that in the eyes of the law, nothing changed significantly enough. Nothing changed significantly enough.
Wow.
To free Roach from his $1,250 a month obligation. The judge said since Florida courts have ruled sex change surgery cannot legally change a person's birth gender, Roach technically is not paying alimony to a man.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And where did the money come from for this sex change? Huh?
He probably had to pay for it.
Bought and paid for that wiener.
You know how you had to pay for, like, the ex's house there?
Yeah.
Just imagine you had to pay for, like, a sex change. See, it could always be worse, Ed.
No.
People say that to try to make you feel better.
Believe me.
It could always be worse.
Believe me, I'm looking. It says Roach pays $1,250 a month.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care if she stapled one on her forehead.
If that's all you had to pay?
If that's what I had to pay, I wouldn't care if she got 3 of them and put them all over her body. If she got a hula skirt made out of schlongs, I wouldn't care. For $1,250 a month?
Yeah.
She got off easy. His last name's Roach.
Yeah, this is
Roach, how appropriate.
Let's go to Mike. He's got an obvious question here. Mike, what's up?
Hey, doesn't the fact that the wife got the sex change operation mean that she was the reason for the divorce because she wasn't into the husband?
Who knows?
You would think that would kind of
like he's not at
null and void the marriage in general.
Oh, it wouldn't. Doesn't matter what the reason they got divorced is.
That's too bad.
The reason could be she can't stand him. She's into women. She wants to become a man. Doesn't matter. Still helpless, poor woman that can't afford anything and can't get a job and has to be supported by a man. That's how the courts think.
Well, she's not a helpless woman anymore.
Yeah, she's all man.
That's right. She's Chuck Connors.
Yeah,
right.
Hey, we got a little laugh from Sue on Long Island. Sue, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
I just wanted to talk about the caller Mackenzie that you had mentioned earlier in the show that girls are too shy to call up and talk to you about certain things, and so you get this girl on the line and she's all sensitive and vulnerable, and then you tear her apart.
I know. I told him that too in the break.
Yeah, I got a scolding too.
I just think it's a little ironic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love it. I think it's great. I was laughing my ass off on my way to school, but...
But, Sue, how many times did you look at your radio and just say to yourself, oh, just get over it already?
Oh, all the time.
But, Sue, what you're saying is that we always complain that women won't open up. Why? Did you have a story like hers?
Oh, no, not at all.
All right.
I was just...
We're hoping to get you to open up so we can humiliate you, too.
Yeah. Well, Sue, this is what I do today. Watch this. You like Bob Saget?
Yeah, Bob Saget's cool.
Have you ever seen him do stand-up?
No, I haven't.
You have no idea what you're in for because we're going to give you a pair of tickets to see Bob Saget, our pal, our buddy. Ooh. He's a filthy mouth when he's doing his stand-up, you know.
Where is he going to be?
Well, Anthony, he's going to be at the North Fork Theater in Westbury.
That's the old Westbury Music Fair.
That's right, Anthony. And Bob Saget will be there on April 20th. Doors open at 6:30. Like that matters to anybody out there, but it's on the sheet. Show starts at 8. Sue, would you accept this pair of tickets from me, Opie, from the Opie and Anthony Show?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Anthony's giving them out, too.
Yeah, Jimmy's here.
That sounds great.
We're all giving them to her.
Jimmy doesn't give them.
No, I don't. I love the fact that we don't give them to the girl who was abused and almost crying on the phone. We give it to the chick who gave us a titter when she called in.
Points out that we were scum to her.
We want to be unpredictable. What can I tell you?
How about human? Can we be human?
That'll take a little more work.
We're trying, Jimmy. We show it every once in a while. Sue, all right? Hold on the line. You get the tickets?
All right, great.
How's your day going? Everything all right?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Right, hang in there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
May the force be with you.
Give Sue the tickets.
I'm just going to give the Good Morning Texas answer to everybody today.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Hang in there. You all right?
Frank in Stanford's. Frank?
Hey, O&A.
Yeah.
Listen, about that sex change operation. Didn't the judge say that the only way that they can get out is through death or if they get married? Now the guy's really screwed because I don't think she could ever get married now, can she?
Now, if the law says that you can't change the gender, she could get married to a man, but that is probably what she's not looking for. If she's changed to a guy, then she probably wants a woman. So she couldn't get married to a woman because technically she's still a woman. So it takes the marriage angle out of the mix for him to get off the alimony payment.
Let's look at the positive side of this story, by the way. You can now go toe-to-toe with your ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, fight.
And you're not going to get in trouble for it.
You know you could beat her up, too.
Because you're beating up another dude.
But it is taking a bit of a gamble.
Why?
If you get your ass handed to you.
Oh, well.
Oof.
Hopefully she's passive-aggressive, though, and got a hog put on that was bigger than his.
You know that's probably what happened.
Of course.
You know, just make sure it's like an eighth of an inch bigger.
By a nose.
By a nose, right.
And you can go for the groin kick during the fight.
Oh, yeah.
Now. I don't know what they use down there.
No, it's awful.
It's nothing.
Two fuzzy dice from Puerto Rican's mirror.
Frank from Stanford, anything else there?
And I guess that was about it. But let me tell you, I almost rolled off the street when I heard that Ant was going to make his wife have a hula hoop skirt.
I wouldn't care for $1,200 a month.
Quid, man.
Yeah.
$1,250 a month. Nice.
It comes down to money in the end.
You guys are the best, man.
Yeah, we know. This was a very interesting story today, out of PA as well.
Worker at a Hershey's plant loses his arm getting pulled into a machine while cleaning it. The machine switched on by accident and literally pulled the arm off. It wasn't a clean cut and it wasn't able to be reattached. Workplace safety officials are now investigating that plant in California.
Did Oompa Loompas have to run out and clean it up? Doopa-dee-doo, we've got a metal hook for you.
Wow. Oh, and it wasn't even a clean cut. Just ripped it right out of the socket.
And you know what they did.
Like a twist off a turkey leg.
I believe the vat was big enough. I'm just thinking.
Hose it down.
That they're like,
can't waste all this chocolate.
What are we supposed to do? Empty the vat and start all over?
Come on.
They looked down into that huge vat of chocolate and went, who's going to know?
It's a lot of money worth of chocolate in there.
Poor guy, his whole arm ripped off. Did you ever see the photo? It was on Ogrish.
No.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah, then no.
A guy who had been cleaning something. It was like a meat grinder, and it sucked his hand. It looked like a big pencil sharpener. It sucked his hand and arm through. Yeah. So he's standing there kind of relaxing, and you see his gnarled hand had come all the way through the machine, and his whole forearm was wrapped up in it, and he was stuck there. They would have had to take the whole... There was an impossibility to get him out. It was mangled and ruined, and he couldn't move.
So what the hell did they do?
He's still there. They just feed him... They actually have to pay him for 24 hours. He's getting a lot of overtime. He never leaves the plant. They hand him a bucket, and they wash him once every 3 days.
Oh. We're gonna attempt to beat that this morning with good luck. Bradley. We meet Bradley today.
Let us meet Bradley.
Coming in just under the wire.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It has potential. We get to meet Bradley. Oh, my
Bradley rules.
Yeah, we heard a little bit of this during the break. But the clip I didn't play for you, it's a good one.
Bradley Bernstein is 48 years old, but his parents still call him their baby.
We feel that we were chosen to have Brad and to give him what he needed in his life.
So far, so good, right?
It's nice.
Caring
chosen.
Parents.
We're going to past life Hitler?
Huh? Well, they don't know that yet out there.
Or you can tell, like Jimmy said before, you can tell just by the kind of the setup that he didn't just win a chess championship.
So far, all they know in Radioland is that there's some caring parents out there with a kid that's a bit slow, and
they were chosen.
And they were chosen to have this type of kid, and they love Bradley, and he's 48 years old.
And
now.
They still call him their
baby. So far, so good, right?
But that never says intellectual superstardom when a story starts like this.
Yeah, you kind of see where this is going early on.
The word Mensa is not going to be used anytime soon.
No.
Does what he needed include electric shock? Because for nearly 40 years, the Bernsteins have been using a cattle prod to shock their son.
She said they were chosen to be his parents. She didn't mention it was by Con Ed.
Oh, guys, Mad Cow is going to be calling responsible radio.
This is hurtful.
This is hurtful. No one wants to hear this on their radio show.
The cattle prod they're using?
For 40 years.
For 40 years.
Bradley, stop eating the crayons!
Bradley, stop talking. My show is on. Bradley, those socks don't match.
Bradley, step away from the family photograph.
Bradley, you didn't finish your bowl of paint chips. Oh. Bradley's an ass. Bradley, how long have you been the producer of the Opie and Anthony show?
Bradley, that's not a shoe, it's the cat.
Bradley, stop petting that small dog with that shovel. Ugh. Smack Bradley's face.
Poor Bradley. Yeah. For 40 years, the story continues.
You see, Bradley is severely autistic and mentally retarded, diagnosed at age 3. He lives in a group home, only speaks a few words, and spends much of his day rocking in a chair with the lights out. His parents tried psychotropic drugs, restraints, then someone suggested the cattle prod. They insist the only thing that stops Bradley from beating himself...
Why so vague?
It's just someone suggested a cattle prod. I'd hit that boy up with a cattle prod.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Was it like the list on a list of suggestions? Like, our son, he rocks, he can't communicate. Well, did you try Ritalin? Yes. Cattle prod?
Cattle prod. Someone.
Did you try backing over him in the street?
Someone suggested backing over him in the street.
For 40 years, they had a car in the living room, and then run him over whenever he talks when the program's wrong.
Someone suggested the cattle prod. They insist the only thing that stops Bradley from beating himself bloody, like many with autism do, is a sudden zap. It makes him forget he was hurting himself.
Really? It gives him a new hurt.
Yeah, that's what it is. Ow.
His parents should be cattle prodded.
I'm fine here, and you're cattle prodding me.
Well,
ow, ow, oh, ow, oh. I want a cookie.
Well, Bradley's mother uses the prod on herself. Oh, no.
Can you show me what it feels like? Woo. Do it again. Woo.
It's not something that's going to
Woo. Woo. She gets a little thrill out of that, I think. Where is she using that?
Well.
Can you show me what it feels like? Woo. Do it again. Woo.
It's not something that's going to kill anybody.
This portable prod shoots 4,500 volts of electricity into Bradley, as often as several times a week. But now the state of Illinois says no more. It passed a law last year making electric shock illegal in community facilities. So Trinity Services, which operates Bradley's group home, has stopped using it. Yet decades ago, Trinity's Art Dykstra and other experts agreed a jolt of electricity was the only answer for Bradley. Dykstra wasn't aware the treatment continued this long until just a few years ago, when Trinity took over the home where Bradley lives.
It was supposed to be temporary. My goodness, it wasn't meant to be carried on for 30 years.
30, 40, they said.
Here's the thing, though. Bradley, if after 40 years, if you can't just show him the cow prod and say you know what's coming,
yeah,
he's a dope.
He really doesn't. Yeah, you got to actually hit him with the damn thing.
When your cat's doing what you don't want to do, after a week, if you hold up the little
spray bottle of water,
the cat's like, all right, I get it, I'm out of here.
Yeah. He's dumber than a cat.
A dog will poop on the rug until you smack his nose a few times, and then he's like, all right, hey, I got to go outside.
Yeah.
40 years later, Bradley's like, what is that thing? Is that candy?
No, Bradley.
Do we have to do this again?
Again, Bradley.
Anyway, this is a fine clip you're about to hear. Bradley's parents think they should be able to use the cattle prod and continue using it. The reporter allows them to shock her.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, please, God, please be in a tub.
The law should say, yes, Bradley can use the shocker. It needs to be used on him. Screw the law.
Fran and Bob Bernstein argue their son can still be shocked based on this agreement from 1987 with the Illinois Department of Mental Health. The department won't comment, but the agreement allows Bradley to be treated with electric shock. The Bernsteins still use the prod when Bradley is visiting them at home. The new law doesn't prevent...
Why the hell would he ever want to go back to the home?
No, I don't want to go home.
No, I don't want to go home.
John on Pal Talk. I got to credit John on Pal Talk.
Yeah.
Bradley, stop licking the electric outlets.
Bradley just wants a little birthday gift or something, and he's scared crapless to go home.
Poor little bastard.
One wrong move and jeez.
I hate to look at his pockets. Chewed gum and lint.
Oof, bugs.
Yeah, cat turds.
All right, here.
And a hat.
Thinks he's...
The reporter's about to get cattle prodded.
Prod when Bradley is visiting them at home. The new law doesn't prevent that. Bob says he shocked his son just 2 weeks ago. But at his group home, attendants now restrain Bradley or give him a drug to calm him. Fran still calls the cattle prod the most humane treatment and convinced me to try it.
I'll try it just for a second. Oh, that's not horrible. It's not pleasant.
No, but is it horrible?
No.
God, the mom is a sick one.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah. They had one cattle prod. It's got like 2 ends on it that 2 people can enjoy together.
Double dong cattle prod.
Look, man.
We keep shocking till the heinies meet.
How could you do that to your own child? That's come on.
It might, I don't know, like, in a case like autism, though, man, shock might be the only thing. If it does stop him from hitting himself, I mean, you know, if it works, I mean, what else do you do?
Yeah, if he's pounded himself in the face, what do you do?
They laugh for a little while, of course, but then what?
But the mom's not even affected by it.
This old couple probably tried, like, at first to hold his hands away, but he's got that, you know, that strength that they tend to get. And, yeah, what's an old couple going to do? She's 48 years old. Maybe they had no other course of action.
Yeah, let's go to
shock them.
Let's go to Mike in Cleveland. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, this is it. Story of the month, just hands down.
It is pretty good.
You think this beats the meth dude?
Oh yeah.
I'll say yes, because the meth dude is a one-time incident and a crazy dude. This is a 40-year ongoing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I say no. I say if we heard from Bradley and we get to hear Bradley getting shocked, then you're talking.
Bradley.
Then it takes the title.
Bradley was like Edward Norton in Fight Club in the scene where he's in the boss's office. Just beating the crap out of himself.
Yeah, right on.
You got to hit him with the cattle prod.
So there you go. Isn't that the story of the month?
Shock the dummy. Shock the dummy.
Hey, that's irresponsible.
Shock the dummy tonight.
That's irresponsible.
Good zapping.
I don't know. That is a good story. That could beat out the drug dealing principal.
Naked, gay porn,
taking care of himself,
marital
gay porn.
AIDS. All right, this telemarketer story is pretty good.
The phone call a Milwaukee man got in the middle of the night
It was an odd voice, eerie voice.
was worse than a bad dream.
He said, "You're going to die."
The man who doesn't want to be identified was scared for his life.
It crossed my mind that someone could be outside with a gun.
The man has no reason to believe why anyone would make a death threat against him, so he had the telephone company put a tracer on his phone. Not even 24 hours later, the caller called back.
They called, got the same message that I was going to die. A second call was someone sort of chuckling on the phone.
Har, har, hardy, har, har.
What a psychopath, huh?
Guy hates his job. You know what it's like to be a telemarketer? I never was, but I can only imagine if they're anything like the calls that I get, because now I just have no patience for them. Sometimes I just pick it up, and if you get that thing where you see an 888 number or some ridiculous number, you pick up the phone, and then you got to wait, because now they don't even have the common courtesy to sit there and wait for you to answer the phone. You pick up the phone, and then they must get a signal that you picked up the phone, so then they go to you, so you're almost on hold for a couple of seconds going, hello, hello, hello. And then it clicks on, and then they'll go, hello, is somebody there? And even if they're not there, you go, no, you got the wrong number. Well, who am I speaking to? I usually just start going, not here at house, nobody, the name, no talk to you, goodbye.
You're not doing the telemarketer voice, right?
What? No, I just do that because then I hang up and I know they're not going to call back.
Right. No, but
I'm like a dead one. They just kind of exit off their list.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Dave in Michigan. Dave?
Hey, guys, I'd like to say thanks for the description on the Pal Talk, because I can't watch a screen and drive at the same time.
You weren't trying to drive and look at that, were you?
Yeah, but I had to call it quits. I came into heavy traffic.
Yes, some people actually have their Pal Talk set up through an air card, so they're completely wireless. They set up a camera out their windshield or something, and they drive and look at Pal Talk as they're driving. She probably caused about 80 accidents, I would say.
And now she's gone for, what, 24 hours because you bounced her?
No, I took her bounce off immediately after I bounced her.
All right.
What, am I stupid?
All right.
But she hasn't come back into the room. I think she feels snubbed.
That's too bad. I had enough of her anyway with her stupid doe eyes. Beat it, you Brit. Enough.
You're nuts.
Enough already.
Jimmy turns on you in a second.
Stop it. The coy leg crossing. Stop with your breasts. They're both looking opposite ways. She has two lazy breasts.
They were lovely.
Oh my God!
They were like two dumb googly eyes looking the opposite direction. I didn't like her stupid Marmaduke eye breasts.
She was lovely, Jimmy. What?
You're wrecking it for everybody. That girl really didn't have a problem whatsoever.
Where is she right now? She's probably taking a dump.
All right, Jimmy. Why do you got to ruin everything that is good?
Whole house smells like a shepherd's pie.
Jimmy ruins everything that is good
in life.
She left some blood pudding.
Hey, let's get the end of this telemarketer
eat over
thing.
there.
Here we go.
Police say the call was traced to this man, Michael Balistreri. He's a former telemarketer for Edelman Carpet and Furniture Cleaning. According to the criminal complaint, Balistreri admitted he contacted customers who were rude to him and began to harass them. Were you rude to him on the phone?
No, I said, I'm not interested. Please don't call me again. I was terrified because you just didn't know what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So they're asking if this guy was rude to the telemarketer.
Oh,
and the guy's saying no.
What?
And the guy's saying no.
Even if you are, I can't call you back at night.
We have every right to be rude to the telemarketers.
Yep.
Invasive.
Huh?
It's invasive. They're
Absolutely, it's
out of the blue,
invasive.
like we say.
I've gotten calls at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Language.
I know. I'm sorry. 8 o'clock on Saturday morn.
And then finally, yeah.
And police say Balistreri...
what did you say?
I was just saying, and you got to be rude to him at that point. It's like Saturday morning. You're out Friday night. You want to sleep late, and some jackass is calling you?
Has anything ever come out of a telemarketer calling you that was good?
No, I have never, in all my years of answering that goddamn phone and getting a telemarketer on the other end, I have never been swayed. I've never bought anything.
Not once,
I've never
right?
done one thing but be annoyed. I couldn't even tell you what the hell they were selling me.
There was never a surprise where you're like, oh, my, thank you.
I could use that.
Oh, my God, thanks for calling me with this.
I'll tell you something good that happened.
Yeah.
When I was living with Jimmy Florentine, he was doing these prank calls like for the telemarketers. He made CDs. We came home one time, and the police had kicked our front door down because he was doing some forced abortion one with his girlfriend. And people, like the telemarketer called the cops and thought like he was while he's on the phone with them, he's like trying to force his girlfriend to get an abortion with a vacuum cleaner. She's like, I don't want to. He's like, come on. It was really funny. But the cops believed it and kicked our door down. I lived with them.
Great.
And I came back and there was obviously, the door was like cracked off the hinges, and then the landlord said the police had been there, and he had to go down to the police station, straighten out. No, I'm just an ass.
I used to also have fun with the telemarketers when we were back in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Taped a few of them back in the day.
I guess your number was on a list, man. You used to get a lot of them.
I used to just pile up just a ton of, pots and pans, and I would destroy all my kitchenware.
You could hear in the background Opie slowly stacking pots and pans. You'd hear clink, clink, and he's talking, and then he'd knock them all down and scream like something just fell on him.
Like the whole cabinet fell on top of me.
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah. This is how the story ends.
And police say Balistreri made multiple death threats against multiple people. I spoke with Balistreri a short time ago, and he tells me that he was under the influence of drugs when he made those phone calls, and that he's sorry.
All right.
He's
free to go.
It's okay, then.
Everyone's under the influence of drugs whenever they do anything.
That's an easy out, though. That's a very easy
is.
out. A cop calls 911 after eating pot brownies. Have you heard this yet?
I saw the story, did not hear the audio.
It's unbelievable. Listen to this.
Dearborn Heights Emergency.
Yeah, can you please send rescue to... I think I'm having an overdose at the store with my wife.
Okay, you and your wife?
Yes.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana, but I don't know if it had something in it.
Okay.
Can you please send rescue? Please come.
Okay, we're on our way. Do you guys have fever or anything?
No, I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know. We made brownies, and I think we're dead. I really do.
Okay, what?
That is some weed, man. Wow. Yes. I think we're dead.
Yeah, he thinks they're overdosing on pot. They're hallucinating. It gets...
Wow, they must have ate a lot of them.
This guy?
Yeah.
Who made the brownies?
Him and his wife.
And then what, did he put pot in them?
Yeah, they made pot brownies.
Oh, hold on. I thought he inadvertently ate pot brownies.
Right, Danny? They made it
Danny
themselves,
knows.
right?
Danny's our pot expert.
Apparently, the story goes he actually took the pot from evidence collection room.
Oh, this is good.
And then made the brownies with that pot, and he wasn't sure if it might have had something else in it.
It had paraquat in it. Remember paraquat?
Paraquat.
Might have had some PCP. That was a big scare back when I was in high school, that the pot you were smoking might have paraquat in it. It's this like pesticide that was used in Mexico, and they said that it would be in there, but it was completely a big like stunt to try to get kids to stop smoking pot.
Oh, paraquat.
Paraquat.
Oh, I thought you were talking about two women standing together.
No, I said paraquat.
It continues.
We're dead. I really do.
Okay, how much did you put in the brownies?
I don't know.
Was it a bag? Who made the brownies?
My wife and I did. Cuba, come here.
Okay, get her.
Cuba, come here. He means the country.
She's on the living room ground right now.
Is she breathing?
She's barely breathing.
Is she awake?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, can you look?
Pardon?
Can you look?
I could feel her. She's laying right down in front of me. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
Oh, this guy is so stoned and paranoid.
Oh, wow.
He got the paranoid pot.
Wow.
Oh, that's bad. He just sounds completely stoned. The time is going really slow. I think we're dead.
Wow.
Hey, come on. Who hasn't been here? Come on. Who has not been here? Dude, this is bad. I think there was some angel dust in this. Get all paranoid.
I think I can fly, man.
Come on, this is bad, man. Shut up. Don't make fun of me.
Well, here's part two.
I gotta ride my bike, man. I just gotta go out and ride my bicycle a little.
Here's part two.
Do you guys do this on a regular basis?
No, this is the first time we've ever done it.
And you've never done marijuana before?
Yeah, I have.
You have, and you've never had this reaction to it before?
No, ever. What's the score in the Red Wings game?
What?
What's the score in the Red Wings game?
I've got no clue. I don't watch the Red Wings.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure this isn't some type of, like, hallucination that I'm having.
Oh, why? What does the score say?
3-3.
What channel is it on?
Channel 2.
8 billion.
It's 2-2.
Huh?
It's 2-2.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Your police tell your officers they just passed me.
Okay, they just passed you?
Yeah.
Go outside and flag them down, okay?
Okay, my mother-in-law just got here, too.
Okay.
Okay?
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And she's
That's not good
monster.
advice. Go outside and
flag down.
Flag them down.
They just passed my house in a spaceship. Just in a spaceship.
I just want to know if I'm hallucinating. I see Godzilla outside.
Right.
Oh, wait, it's my mother-in-law. That is horrible. The guy is so stoned.
Yeah. He's got a bit of a buzz on.
Is the Red Wings score 3-3? No, it's 2-2. Oh, are they wearing dresses? And are they decapitated?
I think I'm hallucinating.
Yeah, they playing hockey with axes because that's what I'm seeing. Wow. There you go.
How you know he's a cop? He got arrested?
Yeah, the accompanying news story said he was a cop. I forget where. I think it might have been in Michigan. I can't quite remember.
It must be. Yeah, sure.
Wow. But who hasn't been there at one point in their like pot smoking career as a kid or whatever? You get that one where you're a little paranoid. I've told it. I lost my mind on weed once. I was sitting there and I was watching an old movie called Gray Lady Down. There's that submarine movie. I think Chuck Heston was in it or something. And the sub sunk. And they're sitting on the bottom waiting to be rescued, and I'm smoking weed and sitting in the chair, and all I could imagine is how horrible it would be to be in that submarine. And I got to the point where I felt like I was in that submarine and felt all the terror that you would feel being in a sub stuck on the bottom of the ocean, and I had to run in my bedroom and hide under the blankets and shake. I was so scared.
You felt like the walls were just closing in on you?
Oh, dude, I was in that sub.
There was one time in high school. Of course, it was in high school.
Yeah.
Where
it wasn't Friday night or anything, right, Danny? Yeah, all right, I'm with you.
I thought it would be a good idea to smoke before class, of course. And I don't know where this weed had come from, but it got me higher than I'd ever been in my life. And I was sitting there in like first period class, whatever it was, and I was so high that my body started to like tingle and feel kind of weird, and it tricked my brain into thinking that I had, let's just say, had an accident, right?
No.
And I was
which one? A wet accident?
No.
Okay.
The good kind.
So I was so paranoid that had actually happened that I didn't want to like move because I didn't want to like
stir things up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there, just waiting for the bell to ring, and it got so bad to the point where I actually thought that I smelled something. And then the minute the bell rang, I just ran to the bathroom to check, and of course there was nothing there.
Nothing happened.
Nice.
Wow, that is stoned.
Another school story. Well,
yeah.
You got some?
No.
Okay, another school story. Listen to what this swim coach did.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're learning more tonight about a former Tampa Prep swim coach accused of videotaping high school students changing clothes. As Tampa-based News' reporter Mike Deason explains, at least one victim says she posed for explicit nude pictures, and parents believe the school didn't do enough to protect their kids.
The picture police paint of Kim Brabson is that the former swimming coach agreed to remove tardies or zeros from girls' school records if they'd remove their clothes and change into a swimsuit while he allegedly secretly taped them.
I'm really mad. I'm really upset.
Oh.
What is wrong?
Who the hell thinks they're getting away with this stuff?
And how do you break that to a girl? Like, what if she says no? How do you play that off?
Yeah. I was only joking.
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 Allegedly secretly taped them.
I'm really mad. I'm really upset.
Tom Carey is a parent of two of the victims. He's suing Tampa Prep.
It's far worse than I had ever imagined.
Parents and students had to look at pictures and put a heartbreaking "that's my daughter" or "that's me" on them. One student burst into tears and said, "Oh God, Mommy, it's me. That's my scar." There appears to be several victims, but most swimmers say they were shocked by the incident.
Very close with Brabson and never expected any of it to happen.
Did he ever ask you to change?
No, absolutely not. I was never approached.
So some of the kids actually...
Wait, how do they not know?
Some of the kids actually did this to get their tardiness removed.
Maybe
they only were bothered when they realized it was videotaped.
Maybe he said, go change in there. I want to see you in a swimsuit. Not realizing they were being taped naked. You might stand there with a camera.
Okay. All right. Why don't they explain these things better?
I'm only guessing. I don't know.
Sucks.
That's how I would have done.
Wait, now I'm confused because I read this differently, that he wanted them to change in front of him.
But maybe, okay.
I don't know, though, Jimmy. You might be right.
The camera was rolling somewhere hidden?
Somewhere else. So it wasn't good enough that he saw this live. He needed a real good memory of it.
Videotape.
How did it get out? What finally happened?
Well, we got more on the story. Let's see if...
How did it not get out?
He was selling best of DVDs at the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Bake sale.
How does it get out? It gets out because you can't keep it to yourself.
We've also learned that when the police confiscated Brabson's computer, they found a note from Headmaster Gordon McLeod saying, "Kim, please remove all pictures of girls from this computer. Thanks, Gordon." The school's position is that it was conducting its own internal investigation and that memo was written just a couple of days beforehand when McLeod saw some pictures of girls on Babson's computer who weren't Tampa Prep students but were inappropriate to be on a school computer.
It's apparent that the dean had actual
tub girl
about these photographs.
And now we've learned a student testified Brabson convinced her to send nude pictures of herself to his friend and a former roommate.
That's totally outrageous. I mean, we're talking about minor girls here.
And while the state will try to prove Brabson is guilty of a felony, Carey will try to prove Tampa Prep didn't take all precautions it could have.
Now, Tampa Prep officials say there was no way the school could have known about Brabson's alleged illegal activity or prevented it.
Jesus. What the hell's he thinking?
I don't know.
You're not getting away with something like that.
Yeah.
Just not.
Just makes you wonder how many teachers got away with stuff before the internet.
I don't know. And like Jim said, what happens? No, I'm not doing that. Okay, I have to kill you. Like, what do you do? Because they're going to go home and tell.
Yeah. Hey, look, you're a little late. No, I know. You want me to take that off? Would you? All right, just pose naked. No. What I'm trying to say is that it's okay.
By naked, I meant go home and forget this.
Yes, I meant let's keep this under our hats.
All right, this is a sick story. Woman survives internal decapitation. Did you hear this one yet?
Yep. Yeah, read this one.
This is
really
brutal.
It just gives me the heebie-jeebies and an incredible headache. Like thinking about how much of a headache you would have from this.
Now,
you know when you're hungover and you have that bad headache, I usually have to take a cold rag and put it on my head all day long. I'm picturing that times 8 gazillion.
Is she paralyzed?
That's what my question is, because
I guess we'll find out in the story.
A little screwy. In the paper, they had like her head in one of those cages, and her eyes were completely crossed.
I would imagine
they were.
This is probably the craziest thing that could happen to you, and you still
live,
and you live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen to this.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old...
Stop playing the clip from The Ring. What is that?
I can't.
That's like from Saw.
She has sex?
What is that?
That's her.
Oh, my God.
She's trying to explain what happened to her, and then
her head was off.
I guess her windpipe would stretch or something, and her vocal cords got screwy.
Well, basically what you're hearing is Shannon.
God,
she was in a car crash that separated her skull from her spine. Separated her skull from her spine.
Decapitated. She was decapitated.
It's just the
internally decapitated. The flesh was holding her together.
Blood, like veins and arteries, and your windpipe, and just all that stuff is still attached. But the skeletal system, the whole thing that holds it there in place, was severed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the creepiest thing that could happen.
She should be dead. I mean, you never are supposed to survive a decapitation.
I backed up. Here we go.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old Shannon Malloy's life changed. A car crash, January 25th, on a Nebraska road, dealt such a powerful blow that her head dislocated from her spine. The clinical term for her condition, internal decapitation.
I wasn't focused so much on the pain. I just kept thinking, I have to stay alive.
Dr. Gary Giselli says Shannon's will to live is what saved her.
I've seen it once before, and the patient unfortunately didn't make it.
5 screws drilled into Shannon's neck and 4 more in her head keep her stabilized. It's called a halo and prevents her skull from shifting. Not exactly an easy or pain-free procedure.
Oh, my God.
Tony Soprano should have held her nose shut.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, no?
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't say a word.
Oh, like he wasn't going to figure that out.
No.
I actually have not.
I know. He didn't figure anything out, so that's all I said.
All right.
That's all I said.
I'm going to watch him today, man. I want to catch up.
Yes, you
What
better.
happened to Frank Vincent calling on Mondays? Don't say nothing.
Vincent had another hysterical line.
Did he?
God, he's got funny lines.
All right.
He gets every funny line.
He's a funny guy. All right,
I like that when Tony's on the phone with him. No, I'm not going to ruin it. Jimmy, this doesn't ruin anything. It's just a funny thing.
I don't want to know that Tony has a phone. I thought the phones were lost. Thanks for nothing. There goes my theory that they had gone back to Western times.
It just reminds me of what all of us do to each other. Because
Tony was blowing some...
No,
are you nuts?
At one point, Tony's talking to Frank Vincent's character there, and they're discussing a business deal that they don't agree on. And Frank Vincent says something to Tony, and Tony goes, well, now this is me hanging up on you. And Frank Vincent just holds the phone up and goes, click, and hangs up on him first. And Tony gets all pissed off that he got the hang up in first.
That's great.
And the look on Frank Vincent's face is pure satisfaction.
By the way, if you were listening to Friday's show, I was at F.H. Riley's over the weekend.
Yes.
Kind of celebrating my brother's birthday a little bit. And I'm sitting there with my brother and actually Steve from Bayshore. And phone rings. It's Bob Saget calling back.
Get out of here.
Remember we did that?
We left a message with Bob. You left a nice little voicemail message, and he called back.
I run out of F.H. Riley so I could hear him. You know, because a bunch of pests ended up down there, and you know, thanks for supporting the restaurant and all that, and thanks for what you guys did on Saturday. And so I ran out so I could hear him. He's like, I'm assuming that message was a goof. I'm like, yes, Bob, it was.
Yes, sorry.
And then he's like, you're not going to give this number to anyone, are you?
Oh, no.
He's like, now I'm scared that all your fans are going to have my cell number.
Look, he was all worried.
Yeah.
You left a number like a friend.
Yeah.
Like a message. You left a message like you were a pal of his. Hey, just goofing around a little. And he's like, you're not going to give this out, are you? Look, I'm going to change my number.
He goes, I was a little freaked out at first, but then halfway through the message, I realized, oh, okay, he's doing this on the radio. But then he's like, you're like, I go, you're definitely not going to give this out, are you? I'm like, nah.
Oh, he's not your pal.
It was pretty funny, whatever. Not much more to it. All right, here's more from this woman that survived internal decapitation.
My skull slipped off of my neck.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Her skull slipped off of her neck.
That's gotta suck.
Oh, my God.
That could be
the
most horrific thing ever.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you do when your skull slips off your spine?
Looks
and
stupid.
Your head... Yeah, exactly. Your head... What do you do?
Put it back?
Can you you can't stand up. You would have to, you would probably be compelled to hold it in place. And just freak out thinking, oh, my God, my head is falling off.
You want to sneeze, your head becomes detached from your body again?
Oh, you couldn't. Imagine that. You get a little itch in your nose, and so go, oh, no, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze.
So the head must have flopped to the side?
Flopped to the side.
Oh, my God.
That's probably why she sounds like that. Everything, your windpipe and your vocal cords and everything probably bent.
Oh, my.
I'm just speculating here because I'm not a doctor.
My brother broke his neck playing lacrosse, and he continued playing in the game, actually. He was in a tournament down in Virginia, and then I guess he knew some players on the other team, so they all went out drinking and stuff. He had the worst headache he's ever had, right? And he's in college, so they're messing around drinking and just having a good old time in the bar. And the headache was so bad when he got back to his hotel or whatever, he went to the emergency room, and they got an x-ray, and they come in the room with the x-rays, and they look at my brother, they go, don't move. Don't move. And then I believe the doctor looked at the x-ray and said, if I wasn't looking at you moving all your limbs, I would say this person is paralyzed. And he was in a bar that night, fucking around.
Jeez, lucky.
And then he had the halo, and when they took the halo off because you lose all your muscles, his head completely flopped, and he had to kind of hold his own head up until he got the muscles
you do the
back.
exercises,
Yeah.
neck exercise.
How long's it on for? A couple months?
Man, I gotta ask him. Maybe he could email me. But at least I think it was all summer. I think it was a minimum of 2 months.
Can they take it off so you can nap?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
that would be so claustrophobic.
Well, it's the halo, and then it's this huge kind of like vest thing. I think the whole thing weighs like 40, 50 pounds. And
you got to sleep in that and everything.
And you got to sleep kind of with your head in the middle of this thing. You can't like rest it on a pillow.
Then again, your option is you never move below the neck again.
He ain't complaining.
Yeah.
He's not complaining.
You gotta take a dump with that thing on you like a big bird cage. What I would do is I would probably just put like a bird cage like cloth over me, and then when people would bore me, I'd go yada da 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 da. Hope you liked our show, and it would just flop
pull
down
it
in front
shut.
of me. Yeah. Like a big, I would just pretend I was a bird, and I'd be talking, I'd go like, and I'd drop the curtain in the middle of the sentence, I'm like, I'm really gonna
just go to sleep, because that's what birds do.
Don't be birds. It's not night, you idiot. It's a fucking curtain. Where are your instincts, bird?
My skull slipped off of my neck about 5 times. Every time they tried to screw this to my head, I would slip.
That made rebuilding Shannon's neck strength a priority. But there were other complications.
I had a fractured skull, swollen brainstem, bleeding in my brain. I also have a GI tube in my stomach.
A GI Joe?
Nerve damage
in her stomach?
To my throat so I can't swallow. Nerve damage to my eyes so they cross.
Doctors are working on that. But today her skull has healed. She's well enough to have her halo removed.
I gotta tell you something. Usually, I want to hear every word when we play audio. I missed a few things in that, and I ain't backing up. I am not backing up.
No, it's painful to listen to.
I heard a few words there. That's all I need.
It sounds like E-Rock after his push-ups. He did.
Well, E-Rock did interesting push-ups. Every time he went down for a push-up, he took a bite of steak.
A new sex toy called the iGasm has the folks at Apple irate. A British sex shop created the device.
Irate.
Now, this is what it does. It connects to MP3 players and vibrates to stimulate its user to the rhythm of the song. The ad poster for the sex toy is the same style as the iPod campaign. A British paper reports iPod maker Apple is threatening to sue if the ads don't sue.
Of course they're going to.
How great is this? But this is what we do as humans. All new technology
has to be used for sex.
Has to be used for sex.
Some type of sexual pleasure.
I heard this story this morning, and I'm like, well, it's about time. You know?
Yeah.
The iPod's been around long enough where someone had to figure out how to use it for sex.
Was it just some kind of vibrator that goes to the music?
Yeah.
So you plug it in, and then
right.
You just turn it on. And
I finally went with the electric toothbrush.
Oh, really?
Finally went with the electric toothbrush. Makes brushing your teeth much easier, right? And it comes with an attachment, a little plastic-like cover for the bristles.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, now, why did they include that in the packaging?
Sanitary reasons?
Yeah, but we've all had toothbrushes, obviously. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a cover for your regular toothbrush?
Never. It just sits out in the open.
And then I got to thinking. I'm like, see? They even know that their product could be used for sex. Cover up the bristles with this plastic thing, and you're good to go. You could... If you're too poor to have two different electric toothbrushes, you can use the same electric toothbrush.
Oh, that's a little...
But that's the only reason they give you the cover.
That's a little...
Because this thing is like a mini vibrator.
Yeah.
But it gets back to the discussion. Everything that is invented, eventually we try to figure out how to use it for sex.
For sex or self-pleasure or whatever.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
When the internet happened... You know, Bill Gates. I remember I was listening to one of his books on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates talking about the future and the internet and how you'll be conferencing and video conferencing and if you have a hobby and you live in Seattle, well, a person in New York that has the same hobby, you guys will be able to communicate about your hobby, whether it's like building ships in a bottle or macrame. And of course, no.
It was all about nude pictures.
If you're into a dog fetish and you live in Seattle and someone in New York is also into a dog fetish, well, you could hook up.
It really was the beginning of it. You know, now, obviously, a lot of information on the internet. You look up whatever you want. You get news. You get videos of other things. But at the beginning, it truly was just porn. I can recall sitting for hours on end until I fell asleep in front of the computer just perusing pornography on the internet. That was pretty much it. And it would take so long for the picture to scroll down to download. It would be like a peep show. First you'd see the hair, and then the eyeballs, and the nose, and you're going down and going, okay, come on, download. And then you're like, oh, that's nice. All right, next.
When exactly was it like that all of a sudden the internet was like, I mean, I can't remember not having it in my life.
It was there.
It was early,
mid-90s.
I remember at BAB they were talking about the internet and as far as it pertained to like bands.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, let's say you're a fan of Jimmy Buffett. This is how it was explained to me at first. Like, you could go online and get all the lyrics of every Jimmy Buffett song.
Stop it.
I'm like, wow, no kidding. And then you could also talk to Jimmy Buffett fans.
No way.
And that was like early 90s. That was like 92. That's when I started, around 92, I guess.
Wow, that is early.
Yeah, but then it really hit around 94-ish, right, when we were up in Boston?
Yeah.
I realized...
That's it, though, 94. That's, come on.
My mother bought a
Not
gateway.
that long ago.
The gateway computer. That was the big thing for the family, was the gateway. We had the C prompt to get on. And I went and downloaded a sex video. It was like a brief one.
Of course you did.
Something. But I didn't know how to hide it or how to right-click and put it somewhere. So I never knew where it went. And it obviously wound up on my parents' computer somewhere. And I never knew how to find it. So there was a very inappropriate piece of footage
on my parents' computer somewhere, and then the computer caught a virus or something, and my sister's boyfriend at the time had to fix it.
Oh, you know he found it.
Of course he did.
Oof, that was the real tricky part about computing early on, too. Most people didn't know the ins and outs and the technical things of how to get rid of things and whatever. So you would download all this pornography, and it would just be residing somewhere on your computer, and you had no clue what to do with it. You thought because you clicked the window shut that it was gone, but you downloaded it. So you just have these giant libraries of porno sitting on your computers.
A little much more savvy now.
The good old days.
And the paranoia sets in. You go in your basement with all sorts of tools and just start pounding the
wrenches
and mallets.
It's like, I don't think you should
what are you
use
doing
that.
down there? Wow.
Got some channel locks.
I'm building a go-kart. Go away. Just power saws and freaking...
Whatever it took.
And then one of your dopey friends will tell you, look, even if you just destroy the whole computer, they can still get the hard drive.
It's still there.
So then you have to get the hard drive and drills and...
Can't still be there. I broke my monitor. You can't see it. No, you dummy.
You're down in the basement like a serial killer dismembering a body, but it's your computer.
I found that the best way to keep the FBI from finding things is I empty my recycle bin.
Oh, very good, Jimmy.
Well.
Very. And
hear that little crumple sound? I know you're safe.
Do you know whenever I hear that, I giggle a little? I am such a complete dork that I hear and I'm like, I just kind of think it's cute.
It's crumpling paper, and I know there's no paper in there.
You go, tee-hee. I really do. I don't know why I kind of like that. I hate any computer sounds I despise.
Yeah.
If it's not you're talking.
You're down in the basement taking apart your computer like you're working over a lobster.
And just ripping it apart. You got to wear a bib.
Got tranny films dribbling on your chest.
Getting to the inside of the thing. Parts all over the basement.
Peeling it apart. You need a nutcracker.
Right. Parts all over the basement. Your hair askew. You're sweating. You hear footsteps at the top of the stairs. You know any moment they're coming down to see what's going on.
Need one of those little baby wipes when you're done. Clean your hands off with. It's just a mess.
Pouring all sorts of just condiments on the computer.
The old days. I remember once we were doing radio in Boston,
right.
And I had driven down for the weekend like I usually did, and I went over to my brother's house, and my brother had like a Mac, and he was hooked up to AOL, and you could download porn. It was great. You could trade for pictures with people, and I was doing that until I realized, oh my God, it's like 7 a.m, and I have to do a show in Boston, and I was still in New York.
Wow.
I was just looking at so much porn all overnight and everything. My brother had gone to bed, and I'm just sitting there, porn. I'll download one more picture, one more. And then I realized, I got to go up now, drive to Boston and do a radio show. But I couldn't, it was so new, this whole porno thing on the computer, that I just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop.
Hey, you got some, Jimmy? I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. I was only thinking you zone out sometimes. It's like a high in a way, because you're looking, and all of a sudden you're like, what happened? Where did my night go? And then the front of my shirt, it looks like somebody shot me with a glue gun. I'm like, what happened?
Secret message to Opie's taint. At this time, we don't know. So stop.
Secret message.
Instant feedback.
Secret messages.
Someone on their cell phone. The toothbrush cover is for travel, bud. And he wrote, bud.
Oh.
So before the electric toothbrush, we traveled with our regular toothbrushes without the cover.
Without the cover? You put it in a plastic bag or something.
Don't be naive.
Put a bag on it.
The people that invent these new products and work for these companies, I will almost guarantee they have meetings behind closed doors. Like, all right, what kind of thing can we add to this to make it useful for sex?
Yeah.
You ever go down a deodorant aisle?
Oh, yeah.
You think they're in those shapes because there's an artist working for the company?
Some of them are shaped like bullets.
They're shaped very interestingly.
Yeah.
In a very familiar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to smuggle.
Remember Tickle? Remember Tickle deodorant?
That's all
they called it Tickle, and it was shaped exactly like the male anatomy.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the deodorants. I mean, these companies know exactly what they're doing. There's the number one use for the product, and then they try to figure out, all right, is there any way this could be used for sex? If so, let's take advantage of that.
Yep.
Of course.
That was it.
I don't care what my deodorant is shaped like, as long as my mouthwash isn't shaped like that.
Yeah, you got to do something to the container before it squirts mouthwash in your mouth.
And you wind up getting mouthwash in your hair. What happened?
Hey, let's say hi to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Jeff.
I can appreciate Anthony's feeling about AOL. There's a new site that's like YouTube, and it's just as addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what he's trying to say, finding new porn sites is like finding the internet all over again.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you, sir. Hey, there's the Tickle. That's what.
Yep. That was Tickle.
You think that was by accident, the shape of the Tickle deodorant?
I don't know if it's necessarily built like a guy at all. I mean, when you look...
Well, you can't, like, make it completely like a guy. I mean,
like
there'd be a lot of
sitting on the
outrage.
shelves.
It looks like a guy...
You got to try to make it kind of subtle.
Yeah.
It looks like a guy. If you were standing there in front of a table and things were looking normal and a horse just stepped in the middle of it.
Hey, Frank in Westchester. Frank, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I work for one of those toothbrush companies. I do lunch and learns every day. And
what? You do what?
Lunch and learns.
What is that?
What's that 5-year-old boy term?
You meet with dentists, you talk about your toothbrush, and, you know, they decide either they like it or they don't.
Are you a toothbrush salesman?
What's that?
Are you a toothbrush salesman?
Yeah, I am.
Whatever happened to that rubber thing at the end? It kind of went away.
Yeah.
You mean the thing that does your gums?
Yeah, that kind of went away, didn't it? It was all the rage for a while. It was very hard to put your toothbrush in the toothbrush holder with that stupid rubber nipple on it. It was awful.
It's an awful nipple.
And it was disgusting. Like, I remember only adults had that. The adult toothbrush. Like, your parents had that stupid toothbrush. You could just look at that thing and go, ew.
Yeah, because if you used it, the point wouldn't last for long. You might pick your gums once with it, and all of a sudden it was like a little ankle on the end of your toothbrush. You're like, why is
you
this
didn't
thing
need
here?
that.
And then you got the people that don't clean it properly, so you see a little piece of shrimp.
A little
still
gack
hanging from it.
A little gack is on there.
A little piece of shrimp.
A little spinach.
A little piece of celery stalk. So Frank, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't, start out wanting to be a toothbrush salesman.
No, I mean, you start out just going into sales and then...
No, seriously. Like, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? We like finding out this stuff.
A fireman or something.
Aww!
How many firemen and astronauts were going, I wish I worked for a toothbrush company and did lunch and learns.
Lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn.
It never fails, though. Every time I do one of them, there's always one perv in the group. You know, it's always a woman who's laughing and giggling, and it's kind of embarrassing at first because, you know, when you start out, you're like, you know what's going on, but after a while, you're looking for the one in the group that's going to start laughing, and they're just pinned as the perv.
Well, sir, do you think that maybe they have the covers on them like that because it's a $90 toothbrush? That's another reason, too, you don't want it to break, because a regular toothbrush is $1.78. As opposed to the $90 piece of electronics you're carrying around with you. You probably do want to cover the tip of it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys want some free toothbrushes,
all right,
let
thanks
me know.
All right, great.
I asked a valid question. He just blew by me.
Anita, what's up? Anita will set us straight. Anita, Long Island, what's up? Come on, Anita. Oh, she could have started something nice.
What'd she say?
They're shaped like that because, nature knows what it's doing or something like that. Oh. And then it could have led to women finally admit, and maybe they could talk about some of the other stuff they're using to,
around the house.
Yes.
I just remember the stuff I used to read, like in Penthouse Forum, with the women and the dryer. They'd put an uneven load, like sneakers, stuff like that, in the dryer.
Like Shaq's sneakers?
And then, Shaq's sneakers, yeah.
So the size queen is the size of the shoe you throw in the dryer.
Yeah, the dryer's walking around the laundry room, going through walls.
You're not getting little Billy's first sneakers. You're getting Shaq's off from the NBA store.
And then they would position themselves by the corner of the dryer and just let the dryer do all the work. And that's supposed to work because you get the dryers like going dunk, 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 kind of giving the old pile driver thing, you know. And I've heard of that. The electric toothbrush, the shower massage is a big one. Yeah.
All right. After the break, we're going to bring in Jared. He's going to interview somebody live on the show. We got a nice twist on the interview we're trying out today for the first time.
Unique fashion.
Do I have time for a quickie?
A quickie?
Quickie, yeah.
With who?
We love playing the silly audio that's making the rounds on the internet.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's... are we having another error with this machine? We really got to fix these CD machines.
In
the old days, I would have ripped this out and
slam
dunked this.
Said, why the hell can't we get things? But now it's just...
Now it's like...
It's like new you.
Yeah,
I knew you.
I like it. Kind of weird being happy. Singer Myra Craig stage dives into nobody. It's a quickie.
That's gonna hurt.
Is that real audio?
I swear that is real.
Oh, is that good?
The song ends, and she decides she wants to accent the song by stage diving, and, well, there is no one.
No one there?
Well, listen to the end.
Good. Good, because that song stunk.
It's horrid.
Yeah. All right, here's the end again.
Oh, is that great?
After the break, we'll play it another 10 times. All right, we got a quickie here. This is a great story.
When it comes to children, one Dallas mother knows about having them in pain. Odds are 1 in 500,000, but she's giving birth today to her third set of twins at Baylor University Medical Center. But with the joy comes great challenges, as Channel 8's Brad Watson reports.
Inside the wood frame house, life resembles the nursery.
Oh, that was...
Inside the wood-framed house. I thought there was going to be some guy screaming in there. We're up to our armpits in dirty diapers.
I can watch local news all day long. They're just a bunch of dopes. It stinks.
I never found...
In a wood-framed house. Yeah.
A little house on the prairie. Here in a soddy.
Right.
The wood frame house, life resembles the nursery rhyme of the old woman who lived in a shoe.
She had so many children, her uterus fell out. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Oh! I like this guy's I went to broadcasting school voice.
Yes.
Well, they all wanted to be
wooden house.
They all wanted to be Walter Cronkite reporting on the real news, but instead they get these dumb stories.
What's the story here? I'm missing it.
Well, I meant to do another story, to be honest with you, but we'll go with it. A 20-year-old unemployed girl has third set of twins.
20?
20, and she's on her third set
of twins.
Yeah.
Great.
Resembles the nursery rhyme of the old woman who lived in a shoe. But here, young mom Amanda Gonzalez cares for 4-year-old Natalie, 3-year-old twins Adam and Sebastian, 2-year-old twins Rachel and Raquel, and 2 more twin girls are scheduled for a C-section birth today.
I've always taken care of kids since I was little. Babysit, and I think that's where I got it. When I used to babysit a lot of kids, I just wanted to have my own.
That's not where you got it.
No. She's always taken care of kids. Oh, Jesus H. Christ.
Well, that sounds...
Could you just... I've always taken care of kids.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? That sounds proper.
How about book?
Some people have no fear in life.
Yeah.
20 years old, you got 7 kids. And you're just like... I mean, I'm still trying to wrap myself around that I'm living with somebody.
Could you... Yeah.
Pumping them out. Where's the dad? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he's at.
Bill, you're onto something. The no fear in life thing. like, we're finally doing really well, obviously, in radio, okay? And I still feel like I'm going to be unemployed and broke someday. Like, I have this paranoia. And at this point, I think I can finally let it go and go, okay, I think you're going to be okay. But you're right. There are people out there, they're just banging
Caution to the wind.
Using no protection. We'll see what happens.
Having baby after baby. like
living life.
I said, 20 years old.
God bless him. It's probably the easiest way to live.
7 kids.
Don't even worry about a job or raising the kids. You're just off doing your own thing.
You know how many people consider children and go like, wow, you know, we really got to look over what we make and... You know, I
go over the budget.
I got to start, you know, taking money and putting it into a fund, a trust fund, annuities. I need to college education.
Or even the other side, who am I as a person?
Right,
Am I going to drag on some of the awful things I learned growing up? Have I dealt with those?
But you're sitting there like, I've gone over the budget. I think in the year 2010 we could start a family.
Yeah, we can start.
If we just stay the course.
Yeah, and this one was just, well, I took care of kids, so I'm qualified to, like, shoot out 18 of them.
Bill, you nailed
before
it.
I'm 25.
It's a great way to live your life.
No fear.
No fear. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Gonzalez enters the rare club of having fraternal twins 3 times. She took no fertility drugs. The father of the latest set of twins hopes he's ready.
Focus. Just try to have my mind right. Try to have my mind right, you know.
But with neither the 21-year-old father nor 20-year-old mother employed, all the children supported by welfare.
All right, why are they portraying this as a happy story? As a happy, fun story? Why isn't the news portraying this what it is? A burden on society. What the hell is wrong with them?
And they ruined their lives.
Their lives are destroyed. They're never going to be able to. This woman is never going to be able to make something of herself where she can then contribute anything but more children to a society. She's busy.
The dad is already losing his mind. Wait, I'm just trying to maintain.
Just trying to, you know,
just hanging in there.
You got parents out there having 1 kid. They want to have a second kid, but they can't afford it.
They can't because they both have jobs.
It's a big time responsibility they feel they have, and then there's other people like we'll have as many as we can, and someone else will raise them.
Oh, yeah. Welfare, they're having it, and this guy is talking about in this wood frame house. Well, isn't this a quaint little scene? And it's only the 3rd time that this is happening. Do you understand the most important part of this story is they're both unemployed and on welfare and pumping out another set of twins?
It just seems like a setup.
Because she taking care of kids and wants to have more.
What's wrong with taking care of kids?
Taking care of kids. She's taking care of my tax money. Jesus Christ.
I think this is the exact reason why they did this story, to get this kind of reaction. To get him going.
Well, it worked.
Frame house, she's having her 97th kid, and you're paying for it.
Here it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Up next, the latest Loch This Monster footage. Yeah, the guy is like, there's such a dishonesty in this reporting that goes on with the local news.
Come on. They know what they're doing
This
here.
isn't a cute story. This is a disaster.
I swear to God, when I pay my taxes, and I swear to God, I'm being completely honest with you here, I would rather pay for a torpedo so something could be blown up than I would this woman's children. I'd rather pay for something I could pop up on YouTube and see explode in Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever the hell else we're dropping a bomb. I want to know I paid for a rivet on a tail fin of a bomb rather than pay for this woman's kids.
That'd be funny if you could choose where your taxes go just to see your return and just get a little of this guy.
Look at it. We like him. Nothing but bombs and airplane wings.
Just paying for rivets.
That's it. Social programs.
I want my taxes to go to
0.
rivets. What? Yeah, that's right. I want them to go to rivets.
You know something? We ought to do that.
That's a great idea.
We ought to be able to allocate where we want our tax dollars to go to, because mine would just be CIA and military equipment.
That would at least make it fun to pay taxes, you know?
Just sign it. Go get them, boys.
Yeah. Adam, boys, give her the gun.
And, you know, you got the hardcore liberals. They'll use their
social programs.
They'll use their tax money for something.
Yeah, support this woman taking care of kids. You can taking care of her kids with your tax money. The liberals. I want to buy bombs. Bombs! I'm paying for bombs.
I want my taxes to go toward a Starbucks.
A Starbucks
in the middle of Iraq.
I don't think. Oh, okay.
I think
for
our
the soldiers
boys need some hot coffee.
There you go.
Some refreshments.
I don't
for the
even care
boys.
where they're used. I don't care if they sit in a stockpile somewhere. I just want the people to know that my tax return would be full of like F-18 parts and bombs.
Yeah. Hey, Al Dukes is down the hall. He feels like he needs to contribute to the radio show now, which is fine. Al writes, the father of the latest...
Oh, yeah, we missed
I just dumped out Al Dukes' comment because I didn't feel I liked it.
What?
I dumped out Al Dukes' comment. You read it? I dumped it. Go F yourself, Al.
What?
Screw him. I just did. I hit the button.
For the newbies, Al Dukes is down the hall, and he's our dump guy.
I just dumped out of Al.
He keeps us out of trouble, and he has a very...
It was actually a funny line.
He has a very good observation about this story that is...
You're not going to hear it because I decided I didn't want people to hear it.
And it's very safe. It has... it doesn't break any FCC regulations, and you dumped out anyway.
Al Dukes makes the dump sheet today. That's it.
But there's nothing in it.
Don't care. I'll come up with a reason before the end of the show.
You know what? Watch this. I'm going to use his line now.
Oh, go ahead.
All right?
Yeah.
The children supported by welfare, the young family faces financial and emotional obstacles. With the headlines fresh of the latest North Texas parent to kill her children, Amanda believes she can handle the stress. So does her mother.
And I've always talked to her and told her about it. And if you ever get depressed that bad, you got people you can talk to, your sister, your brother, her boyfriend.
But unlike nursery rhymes, real life can be rough. So you have the energy?
I've had it so far.
You know what's creepy about this story? The father of the latest set.
Yeah.
Meaning there are other fathers.
Other fathers, yeah.
For the other twins.
Exactly. And he made a point of putting it that way. The father of the latest set of twins.
I like how he's like trying to mess up their lives in it.
Good one off.
That was just for us. I think out there radio land, no one understands what we
Oh, no. Is this true?
Wow.
Al Dukes is now notifying the people against censorship. He's getting Deb to talk for him. Pac is on Al Duke's side.
All right, well.
I like how they ended that in such a creepy way, like forecasting, hey, she might have so many kids at this point, she's going to think about killing them.
Yeah, she doesn't have the energy.
Like, he's putting it in her head, like, so you think he can handle it?
Well, the energy?
She's going to
I have so far, but now that you think about it, and now that you got me thinking, I might have to,
you just want to drown one of them. Just so it's an even number.
The odd one out.
Do you guys think she's going to stop at 6? 6 kids, 21 years old?
She's 21.
She's up to 7.
She's 21 with the latest father. The second she gets another boyfriend, it's going to be another set of twins.
She might be good for 12 to 18 kids.
I would love to see that graft.
Huh?
Like where she's going to end up.
Yeah.
Prediction.
Yeah. Oh.
It's like when you get that young home run hitter and you're like, wow, if he keeps this up, he's going to hit 1,000 homers.
Yeah, in the second game.
Second season, he hits 12.
After like 8 or 9 kids, you like some of them, you just don't even know their names.
Yeah.
I remember my dad, he had so many kids so quickly, he didn't even know what grade we were in. What school we went to. The poor guy was just going to work every day.
Just trying to support this mess of kids.
And then he'd come home and, just scream at the herd so we'd all run.
Like you were the lioness and the kids were the zebras at the watering hole.
Oh, exactly.
Just one scream and they all go scattering.
Had 5 boys, all 2 years apart.
Oh,
just
wow.
Bang, 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 bang.
What a nightmare.
Just coming home, we're all looking at him. Oh, it's brilliant.
That is a night.
But before me, and had a daughter. And
wow, they didn't let you in on that? Till you asked?
Way late. Way late. Maybe not 12, but...
They should have been softening the beaches with that a little earlier.
I started doing the math like, wait, something's wrong here. What a dummy. They're like, way to go, Einstein.
I still just can't get over the amount of, like, my mother, 5 boys. She used to just send us outside. It didn't even matter, the weather.
All right, wait, Bill.
Yeah, get out.
Now you're getting into some stuff I can relate to. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll hit that one.
Let's remember this subject, though.
Yes, let's take a break, and I hope one of my brothers calls, because you just hit a nerve with them. One of my brothers, he says that we didn't have bedrooms, we had barracks.
Yeah.
We had barracks.
Bunk beds, yeah, sleeping in
we had bunk.
beds.
All right, we're going to get into this next. I think we have similar stories. It's Opie and Anthony. Well, I got to tell you, the news is terrific, though, because instead of, showing the human drama and a real situation that's happening in live, in real time, they're doing this cute little story today.
Well, falling in public, not remembering someone's name, we all get caught in those embarrassing situations at one time or another. Happens to me a lot. Well, today we're going to ask Gail just how do you handle it? So please welcome back motivational strategist and contributing editor to Success Magazine, Gail Casper.
What if you fall off the GWB in front of so many people? That's embarrassing.
What if you jump and you don't die, and then you have to talk to all your friends who say, why did you do it?
How do you handle that?
How do you talk to the children?
So embarrassing.
Gail Casper, thanks for coming in today.
It's good to see you, Steve.
All right, so Gail, we saw it this past weekend.
Yes.
Miss USA made a less than graceful walk across the stage. It's also happened to Carmen Electra when she was in a fashion show.
Yeah.
How do you recover from an embarrassing moment like that?
Well, I think what's important is that if you fall, you get up just as they did. You brush yourself off, you smile, and you keep going. It's the confidence that you have in yourself that's going to make all the difference in the world. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. And if you can do that, you can move forward.
Well, what do normal people do?
Huh?
What do normal people do? Curl up in a ball and cry and never get over it?
Till someone helps them.
That's what you do. You get up, you smile,
you brush your ass off, and you walk.
They're experts at doing who gives a crap stories on the news. Like, there's someone out there that actually the rest of their lives are affected because they fell down in front of people in public.
What do you do if you bite into an apple and a part of it goes in between your teeth? Well, you do what everybody. You go into the bathroom, you get some floss.
You floss it out.
Floss it out. Chapter 2.
Wow. Hey, that's great info. Thank you.
All right. How to handle embarrassing moments. This is what they were doing on the news instead of, really getting into the jumper thing. How to handle a fart in the elevator.
Well, I know how Jimmy Norton handles it, with a chuckle. Everyone laughs and laughs.
Yeah.
All right, so the next thing has happened to everybody. You're in an elevator,
really?
The doors close, and all of a sudden, something kind of smells a little funny. What do you do?
A little funky.
Yeah, I mean, look at Anthony's face there. I mean,
hey, how does he know what I'm doing?
What do you do?
I'm guessing Anthony was the
I think
culprit
he's the
there.
culprit, yeah.
I am not.
Anthony never farts.
I don't do it in the elevators.
Anthony has never farted in front of anyone.
Well, I don't like it when, I have to breathe in other people's ass stench.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, keep that from
atmosphere.
people.
Know what this story needs?
Atmosphere.
I was one of amazed guys who just fart on command.
On cue. It's just so disgusting.
Well, let me see how I'm supposed to handle this, all right?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
Is it a bad one?
Dude, the other night, I'm in bed with my chick.
Oh,
my lovely girlfriend.
You didn't.
You can tell he's did something bad because he's already complimenting her.
Yeah.
No, I love my girlfriend. And, it's hot, so we got the fan in the room. I turn on the air conditioning unit. But since the homeless guy decided to relieve himself in it, we don't use that anymore. Thank God, I think I'm finally moving. But
it's gotta smell great.
So we can't use the air conditioner because we turned it on and we smelled, homeless guy, yeah. So we're down to fans. So I had a sour stomach, and I had a
sour stomach,
and I had a bit of a backup that lasted about 2 days. So
yeah, it was all.
So it was pretty bad. So
it was the perfect storm brewing in your colon.
We got the nice fan blowing a nice little breeze on us in bed. It's the middle of the night, and I wake up because I'm having pains. I'm too lazy to get up, so I figure,
she's sleeping.
Oh,
she's sleeping.
Yeah, well.
So I let loose, and the fan immediately blew it right into both of our faces.
Did she wake up?
Oh,
did she shoot up?
Oh, my God. Dude, I'm
screaming.
I was so embarrassed, man. Because I figured I could get away with it, but stupid me, the fan's blowing right on us, so it just blew it right back into our
Do you know how bad it has to stink to wake somebody up? She probably started having a World War I nightmare, like mustard gas or something.
What did you say?
Huh? In the middle of the night, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Just fake like you're asleep.
Oh, yeah, I was embarrassed.
It's not me.
I've had it so bad that I've woken myself up. Because it's so just ridiculous. But this was hilarious, because then I just started laughing my ass off, because I wasn't thinking that the fan might be a problem in this situation. Let me see how
I thought it was an ally.
Yeah, let's see how you handle a fart in an elevator.
I think he's the culprit. Yeah, there you go. Well, we're all grown-ups. I think the most important thing to do is just ignore it and keep moving forward. Step out of that elevator and go on with your day.
Okay, so just kind of like move on, ignore it.
Exactly.
Yeah, just get out of the car.
No, you got to say something like, oh, who did that?
This is like kill time TV.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone actually dedicated that to print.
Right.
What do you do? Just move on. Get on with your day. You're above it. I mean, what are they, 3-sentence chapters?
Just ride the elevator.
What are you supposed to do? Get into the fetal position and just cry uncontrollably?
Yeah.
Saying what a loser you are?
Put on a gas mask.
Some tree in the rainforest getting chopped down for that crap. Hoping it's going to become part of some majestic structure that'll last for years.
No, it just becomes this sliver of paper with drivel scribbled on it.
What do you do when someone farts in an elevator?
You just kind of hit your
hold
number
your breath and you shoot them a look.
You just start laughing and go, that was a good one, right?
Hey, you could write a book.
See?
That's a whole new angle.
Just as good advice as I heard.
Well.
It could be like the chicken soup for when people fart in elevators. You just keep writing more and more of them.
Farting for dummies. Email etiquette, forgetting somebody's name. They finish with this. This is the last little bit.
Forgetting somebody's name.
Yeah, this is what they thought was way more important than the jumper today.
All right. Now, the email, nowadays we all email. And sometimes, this actually happened to me, I accidentally sent an email to the wrong person. Fortunately, it wasn't embarrassing, but it does happen. So how do you...
Oh,
what was the attachment?
Yeah, when you're just having an IM conversation.
Yeah. Oh, when you're IMing between a few different people?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you weren't supposed to get that one.
There's no way out of it. You could have a whole chapter on that. That's just brutal. Jimmy started a thing. I started doing it with Earl, man. You have an IM conversation, you say something just beyond ridiculous. I'm trying to think of something in particular. And Earl writes back like, I can't do the bit. Damn it. Never mind. We need Jimmy for that one. Yeah, exactly. I punched out.
You did punch out. Car still hit.
Person. Fortunately, it wasn't embarrassing, but it does happen. So how do you handle it? What's the right email etiquette?
Well, there are 3 things to think about. Number 1, if it's a sensitive issue, don't reply to all with emails. Make sure you selectively pick and choose who you're going to send that email to. And the other thing is don't use profanity, any type of inappropriate jokes, and also don't complain about people in emails. Now, if you follow those rules and you accidentally send something to somebody, it's really simple to send that follow-up email and just say, hey, you know what? You got this in error. Sorry, disregard it.
Right, but the other thing, too, is like you can write something, but in words it has different meanings depending on how you say it.
Yeah, well, there's little techniques you got to learn there to make sure that the body language comes through with the words.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
All right, so my big problem is forgetting people's names all the time. So what do you do if you can't remember somebody's name and you know the person, you just blank?
Well, it's okay to say to somebody, you know what, your name escapes me. It's okay to say to somebody else.
No, it isn't.
If you happen to remember what their name is, it'll help you through the situation.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming in. Some great tips this morning.
Thank you so much.
Great tips.
Great tips. And by the way, it's not all right to say to somebody, your name, slipped my mind. You're pretty much saying, you're not important to me. You've done nothing to make any impact on me that would make me remember your name.
At least that's how they're going to take it.
All right, government...
Catching up, though,
Government had plans for the gay bomb.
The gay bomb.
And it says AP. It has to be true.
All right, I got to speculate here. Now, I'm going to take a guess.
Don't wreck the fun of this.
I'm not going to wreck the fun. I just don't know what this is supposed to do. Does the bomb get rid of gay people, or does it make people gay? See, it's the gay bomb. So is it like a neutron bomb that destroys a life but leaves the building standing?
Actually,
and this one would destroy gay people, but keep people that aren't gay standing, which would be the homophobic bomb. Or is it a bomb that makes people gay?
It's a cartoon bomb, if you remember cartoons. So the bomb enters the area, in an open field, and all of a sudden it doesn't explode.
No.
All of a sudden, like, it unfolds and it's like speakers and stuff. I'm making this up on the spot. I hope it works.
Okay.
And then it starts blasting Ethel Merman music.
Right.
And then the soldiers that were in hiding that enjoy Ethel Merman type music all of a sudden start marching toward the bomb because they enjoy the music.
Okay.
And then they're out in the open, and then all hell breaks loose for those poor people.
You could also have it unfold into a gay club that's just blasting techno music. And then when they come out of the woods, like you said,
then
bang,
they're easy
bang.
targets.
Bang, bang.
Now, let's find out about the gay bomb. This is real. The government was working on a, quote, gay bomb.
Mm-hmm.
In the long history of war, it may have been one of the craziest, downright laughable ideas.
Downright.
A so-called gay bomb.
The idea was that if soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another, that unit...
Oh, my God.
This guy's having a hard time. It's like E-Rock drinking the water. If they became irresistible to each other.
Oh, God. I'm on national TV. I hope I can say this without anyone knowing what I'm into.
God, this is awful.
Irresistible.
Soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another.
I can't get past that.
Irresistible.
Oh,
God.
I think that guy had a visual pop into his head at that moment. Guess when the visual popped into this guy's head? And just imagine, you've got imaginations out there. Imagine what he's visualizing here.
Mm-hmm.
If soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another.
Yeah. Years.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
Yes, Private.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's when it wore off. Steve says it's terrible. I'm sorry, but can we do that again?
Lead scientist Steve Carlisi.
I won't have any of my men do anything I wouldn't be willing to do first, even before the bomb exploded.
Go in there, Private.
One of the side effects of the gay bomb, you lose your eyebrows. So.
Oh, yes, the fallout.
Well, all the men loved Steve because he was a good commander, because he just loved all the privates.
I stand behind all of my men on the battlefield and in the showers.
He dug a foxhole and he encouraged all the men to jump into. Look,
okay, terrific.
Jump into my
foxhole anytime.
It was a training exercise, sir. Get rid of those pants. The enemy will see you. Shaved his eyebrows in case Al-Qaeda caught him. They would have nothing to hold on to if they decapitated him.
Do they hold on eyebrows?
No, they don't. It was a way to try to find an eyebrow joke, and there's none there.
Of course not.
All right. More about the gay bomb.
Soldiers suddenly all became irresistible to one another. That morale and cohesion would break down, and the enemy would be unable to resist.
The idea of a non-lethal chemical bomb containing aphrodisiacs was among nearly 200 proposals the Pentagon received in 1994, this one from an Air Force lab in Ohio. It pitched what it called a distasteful but completely non-lethal example, especially if the chemical also caused homosexual behavior.
Non-lethal until 20 years later.
Wow. You drop what the bomb was, they would drop radios out and they'd all be playing the soundtrack from Wicked.
That's great.
Jared might piss Anthony off here. Jared, what's up?
Hello.
Hey.
I know what the gay bomb really is. It's whenever that comedian Ant tells a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that guy.
A different Ant.
I thought it was kidding me.
Yeah.
Is it like the two A-bombs they made back in World War II? They only have two of these. We have Dill and Doe.
I-bomb, an S-bomb, and a D-bomb.
Oh, boy. We're revving up. Getting ready for takeoff with the gay bomb bit. Let's try Michael in Louisiana. Michael, what's up?
What's up, guys? I love the show, man.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
All right, fun fact about the gay bomb. Sam dropped it on Vince McMahon so Vince McMahon would fall in love with him, but it backfired.
That was actually a poignant statement.
Here's a real fun fact about that thing, though. You cannot blow up a body and not have bone fragments. I used to cremate bodies for a living, and that fire would not have incinerated his body. So Sam's an idiot for believing that.
You know what's weird? You're still cremating bodies. About 1,000 people left the show because of you.
That's right, sir.
They have disappeared from the listening experience of the Opie and Anthony show.
The next time you start that pyre up, fall into it.
Focus!
Boy, my fault.
All right. More about the gay bomb. This is a surprise, actually. Government said it was reviewed, and then they rejected the gay bomb. How much money? That's what I want to know. You know when you read that article? Huh?
How much? That's good.
You know, you read those articles every once in a while, and you learn like a rivet costs $1,000 of taxpayer, dollars.
Yeah,
or whatever.
how much money went into the
research on the gay bomb?
Research and development of the gay bomb.
Right.
You know what it was? They probably had to follow up, but the researchers got a little whiff of the chemicals, and they couldn't do anything. Like, how are we coming with the rocket?
The Defense Department says it had all the ideas reviewed and that the gay bomb proposal was among those not making the cut. The Pentagon released a statement saying it never investigated the concept. It was just one individual putting together a concept paper with a variety of examples that were rejected. But members of the California watchdog group Sunshine Project don't buy that.
When the Pentagon says that they rejected this proposal, it's simply not true, and we have the facts to demonstrate that they've continued to think about it and to consider it in the years since it was first raised.
In San Francisco's Castro district, the idea of a gay bomb, whether considered or not, was good for some laughs.
Do they really think that, like, faced with, like, guns and, like, being killed, they're really going to choose sex?
People still have such a misunderstanding of sexuality in general, not just homosexuality, but sexuality in general, that they think that it could be used as a weapon. Like, when has that ever worked?
Yeah, it's when you're mad at your father.
They realized it wasn't going to work when they figured out that one guy would be shot in the buttocks and the other guy would get hit in the face. You're killing one, yet only wounding the other.
Yeah, they're going to choose gay sex over protecting themselves.
Yeah, I know. The gunfire's blaring over your head, bombs are blowing up, but you just can't resist a little sex with another man on the battlefield.
Right.
Well, it was like an ecstasy vibe, probably. You just want to be touched and stuff like that.
Is that it?
I'm guessing, yeah.
Your whole concept of survival goes away when the
touched by another man.
But let me tell you something. If you're in a battle situation and nude broads are throwing themselves at you, you're not going to think, hey, maybe I'm going to grab a little piece of ass before I get killed. You're gonna fight.
It's not about in the battle moment, though. I think it's more about the morale. They probably figured that it would cause them to behave in ways that they normally wouldn't behave, in sexually promiscuous ways.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't for a moment like, all right, the troops are running in, drop the gay bomb, and while they're all on their knees, it's not the...
Oh, back at the barracks, you mean?
Yeah, of course. It was probably something that would kill morale or something more than an immediate, an immediate thing.
Little relationships happening and breakups and dissension in the ranks.
Yeah. Exactly. Doing other things to Private Ryan besides saving him.
But each soldier can carry 3 more hand grenades.
Gutshot Drew writes, I heard a rear admiral brought this to the table.
Who knew the old rear admiral was coming into the...
Gotta love him. We'll accept any rear admiral joke on this show.
Of course.
Thank God it wasn't done in the Navy. We'd be really on a roll, wouldn't we?
Debbie, Long Island, what's up?
I'm calling because I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
You're talking about the gay bomb, and then if they drop the gay bomb, it might kill all gay people. Well, what would this do to bisexual people then?
It doesn't kill
No,
gay
it doesn't
people.
kill gay people. It turns people gay.
What it does is it makes Army guys drink Navy guys.
Oh, it makes the Army guys drink the Navy guys.
Yeah, it releases some kind of hormone, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what they figured. Oh, my God.
It would only work on soldiers? It wouldn't work on civilians?
Why wouldn't it work on civilians? Of course, it works on everybody.
Well, I was asking because you guys are sitting there going back and forth about how it only goes, you're talking about Army men and Navy men.
Well, they would only drop it on soldiers.
Yeah, let's be honest. The guys are doing the heavy lifting over there.
Miss, you
I mean, God bless the broads over there, but,
yeah.
I guess I got to keep my fiancé for
Oh, hey! She's just a banner phone call.
Wow.
Listen,
my
because she
goodness.
started off going, well, it would kill gay people. No, that wasn't. No one said it was going to kill. And she's like, what would it do to bisexuals? I don't know, blow their legs off. We weren't talking about killing people.
I don't know,
Who
Debbie.
dropped the stupid C-bomb?
I don't know, Debbie. We're a comedy show, just trying to get a couple chuckles out of this dumb
laughs
story.
out of the gay
Well, how does it
bomb
affect
joke.
bisexual people? I
don't know. Let's do a study.
Right.
Idiot.
Right.
Thanks for ruining the bit.
It's gay bomb story. A few laughs. Go to break. That's what we do.
Did you like my line about the Army guys drinking that?
Yeah.
Of course.
That was pretty good, Jimmy.
Not like that.
That was terrific, actually. Well, we got your perv news. It is Perv News Thursday?
No, it's Fun Fact Thursday.
Fact.
Yeah,
it could be a fun fact about perverts.
No, I think every day there's a different type of news, and I think today's is Perv News Thursday, right?
I can't keep track of all the days anymore.
Dan, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Write it down, because next Thursday it'll be Perv News Thursday. Okay. Perv News Thursday. We got two cute little perv stories.
Aw.
We'll lump them together here.
Janky Avenue in downtown Covington is a place neighbors love to cheer about. But in recent days, a peeping Tom has left a sour taste in people's mouths.
Ew.
What aim he must have. Oh, my God.
It's more than just a peeping Tom there.
Like shooting clowns at the carnival. Aim for the mouth and their hats blow off. You win a suspended sentence.
These news reporters are getting great with
It's
their writing.
suspended the sentence.
He went free that very day.
Wow.
Yeah, come on. That's a joke.
That's come on, is right.
Janky Avenue in downtown Covington.
By the way, you got to decide which perv news story is worse, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We got two today.
Is a place neighbors love to cheer about. But in recent days, a peeping Tom has left a sour taste in people's mouths.
The last person he attacked were two 12-year-old girls.
Covington police say the man roams between houses. He walks naked with a ski mask covering his face. He initially stood in the street, but now they say he's hiding on porches, looking through windows, prompting at least 6 complaints this weekend alone. Police suspect more people have seen the prowler, but are not taking him seriously.
How does it prompt complaints and not shotgun blast through the window? Jesus.
And why are you walking around naked with a ski mask? Like, let's just say you have clothes on and you yank it out. Let's say you see a cop turn the corner. You can always take off your ski mask and try to walk normally.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're nude with a ski mask? How do you play that off? All right, just don't look at him. Just don't look at him.
I'm not here. I'm waiting for the snow.
Probably.
And I'm hot.
Probably because it's the police chief. You know what? You're right.
He'd be wearing his uniform and look silly.
All right, well.
That guy is going to end up getting the crap beat out of him.
I hope so.
By some father that catches him and goes outside and just beats him senseless.
But unlucky lottery. We love these stories. As we go to break, it's a quickie. Unlucky lottery, or this isn't Sucks to Be You, right? It's just...
No, I think this is unlucky lottery. They're very similar. It's very hard to distinguish the two.
We find these weird stories. Basically, yeah, it's unlucky lottery because I think you have a better chance to winning like $1 million through the lottery than than this happening to you. So yeah, this is unlucky lottery.
So it's unlucky lottery, which the same odds. It's like 1,000,000 to 1 that this is going to happen. But instead of winning the lottery, more than that.
Millions to 1.
Instead of that, you winning the lottery, you win this horrible thing that happens.
Right. Some people lucky enough to win the lottery. Some people unlucky enough to have something like this happen.
Sucks to be you can really happen to anybody, but it happened to you, and that sucks. So sucks to be you.
Right.
That's like a tree falling on your car while you're sitting in it in your driveway.
Right.
It's not that out of the ordinary. Can happen. Things like that.
All right, here we go. Here's today's unlucky lottery story.
Back here in this country, a tragic story from the east coast of Florida where a scuba diver is dead after lightning struck his oxygen tank. He was 36-year-old Steve Wilson. He was north of Fort Lauderdale. This happened yesterday afternoon. A storm developed, and as Wilson resurfaced, that's when a bolt of lightning hit the tank. Other divers pulled him to the boat and brought him to shore, where witnesses frantically tried to save him.
We saw that he was in trouble, and we just started giving him CPR and tried to help him, and then as soon as enough people we got him out of the boat.
It's unclear as of right now whether Wilson died from electrocution or drowning.
What are the odds? You pop up, and at that moment, lightning hits your oxygen tank.
Well, the odds are pretty good, actually, if you're in an ocean which is just filled with water and you have metal on your back.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like...
But, I mean, what are the odds? I mean, I've never heard this before.
Yeah. It's going to pop up.
Probably because most scuba guys are smart enough to stay home when it's like a lightning storm.
Yeah.
This idiot's outside traipsing around the ocean.
All right, here we go.
Teasing, of course, then.
It's working in CD number 1, but not CD number 2, for the record.
In Texas, 3 teenagers have been arrested and accused of abusing a corpse. Houston police say they dug up a grave, removed the skull from a coffin, and then they used it to smoke marijuana.
2 of the 3 suspects, 17-year-old Matthew Gonzalez and Kevin Jones, were arrested Wednesday. A 16-year-old was turned over to the juvenile justice system. The grave apparently belonged to a male buried in the 1920s.
1920s. Smoking marijuana from the skull.
Out of a skull. How do you do it? Like, where do you put the doobie?
There's too many holes to...
The doobie.
There's too many holes to clog up.
And especially in a skull that old.
But it's amazing as a human. Picture your own life right now. You never think that people who aren't born yet are going to be holding your skull, just doing drugs out of it.
Listen up. That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
Yeah, little Jeff Spicoli.
Yeah, that never hurts anybody.
Where do you think you put it? In the eyeball? It's too big. The nose, that's all too big when you're just a skull.
This is what sucks about the news. Like, this is really interesting.
You want to know how they did it?
I want to know how you smoke pot from a skull.
There's no, like, real ear hole in a skull. It's kind of...
How do you do it?
I would think...
What do you think,
it's all
Danny?
open on the bottom, Danny?
You probably got to bring tape, I'm assuming, to tape up some holes.
That takes the whole smoking out of a skull thing.
Because I guess the...
kind of ruins it.
The logical thing would be to, like, tape up the eye holes and, I guess, the mouth, drill a hole in the top of the head.
Now you're drilling holes, though?
And then pull through the nose.
That's too much
There
work
isn't
for a
really
pothead.
an ear hole in a skull. All that stuff kind of goes behind by your jaw and everything. And like, so, I don't know. I'm thinking you got to hold something like a carburetor, you know? The nose and the eyes. Maybe you, like, hold it like a carburetor. Then you have your friend, because you got a friend with you. He's got to hold the joint in the kid's mouth.
It's too much work.
Maybe in that little hole where your spinal cord comes through. All right, yeah. The little hole where your spinal cord comes through, you shove the joint in there, and then you suck in one eye, and you use the other eye and the nose as a carburetor.
Well, they probably weren't even using a joint. They were probably just, like, lighting, like, buds, like, directly onto the skull.
Okay, yeah, maybe that. I was thinking kind of using it like a...
You could turn the skull like where the nose is kind of popping up, and you could pack that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of packing, I don't know. Help us out, Travis.
Packing an eye socket?
The news story that I read said that they used it as a bong.
Yeah,
As
that's
a
what
bong.
we're getting at.
Okay,
So how
all
do
right.
you do that?
I thought maybe they were, like, putting a joint in its mouth or something.
No, I knew the whole time that it was a bong.
Okay, use it
That's
like a
obvious.
bong.
But
Okay.
how do you do it?
So then you got to use the eye as a bowl.
That's what I would think.
The eye socket is your bowl. And then you suck it out of the little thing that the spinal cord comes out of. And you use the nose as a carburetor. I have no idea. How do you smoke out of a
Get skull and try it.
You got to tape. Danny's right. You got to tape certain parts up.
Tape
or
it
block
as a
them up with
cop-out.
paper.
Because there's just there's too many ways for air to escape.
The
Like
jaw.
you need to create some kind of air pressure in there. So.
Yeah.
Yes, we
The
know
bottom
that.
part of the head. I mean, where the head is, it's like you're kind of open on the bottom, right, under the skull.
No, it's kind of like sealed there. And then you got like that little part where the spinal cord starts coming out.
They should do this on Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This would
I like
be a
it.
great Mythbusters.
All right, you know what? Why don't we dig up a body,
All right.
And get a skull in here Monday, and we'll try to figure it out ourselves.
So let's just kill E-Rock, chop his head off, get some acid. We'll clean the meat off his head.
Oh, my God.
Imagine
we'll boil him all weekend.
De-meating his fat head.
How nice it'd be to slice it off like just big pieces of roast beef.
Yeah. Get the water boiling. We're going to need all weekend.
Get it nice and tender so you can just pick it off.
Yeah.
But you throw his skin on the ground and you see the animals just like, ignoring it.
13-year-old steals dad's credit cards to buy hookers. You believe this one?
All right, I believe that.
A 13-year-old from Texas who stole his dad's credit card and ordered 2 hookers from an escort agency has today been convicted of fraud and given a 3-year community order. Ralph Hardy.
Ralph Hardy.
Hi, I'm Ralph Hardy. Ralph Hardy, a 13-year-old from Newark, Texas, confessed to ordering an extra credit card from his father's existing credit card company and took his friends on a $30,000 spending spree, culminating in playing Halo on an Xbox with a couple of hookers at a Texas motel. Ralph Hardy rules!
Dopey kid, though. You played Xbox with him?
Ralph Hardy rules. How do you get that done?
I want hookers.
Yeah.
We're going to play Xbox.
We're going to play Halo with hookers.
These girls suck. They can't play.
They keep putting the joystick in their mouth.
The escort girls who were released without charge told the arresting officers something was up when the kids said they would rather play Xbox than get down to business. Police said they were alerted to the motel by a concerned delivery clerk, whom after delivering supplies of Dr. Pepper, Fritos, and Oreos, had been asked by the kids where they could score some chicks and were willing to pay. Ralph Hardy rules!
Where can we score some chicks? Yeah, we're looking for chicks. That's just exactly what I picture.
Oh, yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. They're getting Fritos. They're playing Xbox.
How cool is this?
Yeah. We got whores.
Yeah.
Let's play some Halo.
What's wrong with the delivery clerk blowing up Ralph Hardy's spot like this?
Poor little Ralph Hardy out.
He's not 16, he's 13, a little...
Yeah, but Jesus.
Yeah, but... Nah.
We're a rat.
Yeah. I'm just saying that was probably his thinking. Please. Ralph Hardy's a good boy.
It certainly is.
How great, though. This delivered Dr. Pepper, Fritos, Oreos, and asked about scoring some chicks. Unbelievable. They explained they had just made a big score at a World of Warcraft tournament and wanted to get some relaxation. Ralph Hardy rules! This guy knows how to think on his feet, huh?
Certainly does.
When police arrived at the motel, they found $3,000 in cash, numerous electronic gadgets, and an Xbox video console with numerous games, and the 2 local escort girls. Ralph Hardy had reportedly told police that his father wouldn't mind, as it was his birthday last week, and he had forgot to get him a present. The father, a lawyer, said he had been too busy, but would take him on a surprise trip to Disneyland instead. Asked why he ordered 2 escorts, Ralph Hardy said he thought it was the thing to do when you win a World of Warcraft tournament.
Get some hookers?
I'm going to say Ralph Hardy all day long.
Ralph Hardy kicks ass.
Yeah. They told the suspicious working girls they were people of restricted growth working with the traveling circus.
God. Wow, what a story.
This Ralph Hardy is the real deal.
And the story worked.
Yeah.
Until we got ratted out.
Dumb hookers, they believe anything.
Yeah.
No kidding.
The circus.
They told the suspicious working girls they were people of restricted growth working with a traveling circus, and as state law does
fidgets.
Yeah. And as state law does not allow those with disabilities to be discriminated against, they had no right to refuse them.
Wow.
They're trying to obey state law, but they're there to prostitute.
Right.
Yeah.
Odd.
The $1,000 a night girl, sensing something up, played Halo on the Xbox with the kids instead of selling their sexual services. Ralph Hardy's ambition? Anyone want to guess?
What?
I don't know. To be my idol?
Ralph Hardy's ambition is to one day become a politician.
Come on, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, he's good. He got his way right in there, didn't he?
Ralph Hardy embezzled $30,000 and spent it on prostitutes. Do you need a boy like Ralph Hardy?
Oh, is that great?
Yep.
Ralph Hardy had 2 hookers in his room and did nothing but play video games. Is this the kind of man you want in charge? No.
Ralph Hardy was in a room with prostitutes and 13-year-old boys. You know, they'd spin that.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we had an accident on Broadway. We're kind of doing a little speed round here.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
The Great White Way.
You saw Little Mermaid? I think you said that during the break or something?
Yeah, I saw it.
Why?
So did Danny. Shut up.
Hey.
I'm just going to throw you under the bus there.
Correction, I saw half of it.
Oh, that's right. You walked out.
Why did you guys go see The Little Mermaid
together? We didn't go see it together.
We got dragged there.
We didn't see it together.
What man wants to go see that?
I saw it,
Yuck.
with the ex.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
No, it was Little Mermaid-y.
What was it good?
It is the girl was
Broadway.
kind of hot.
She was 14 probably.
No, she's an adult.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
Do they have some kind of boat that's above the stage that you could see as you're, like, going through your seat or something?
Well, it's like when they do the on the boat scenes, this huge boat is like kind of on the stage level, and then when they do the underwater scenes, this huge boat platform like lifts up like 30 feet, and then it's under the sea.
So you can kind of see under the sea.
Huge thing.
The light changes so it looks like you're underwater.
But how come the water doesn't leak all over the lights? I'm confused.
Well, listen what happened. I mean, this is just terrific.
There was some real-life drama at the Lunfontaine Theater this afternoon where 51-year-old Adrian Bailey, one of the ensemble cast members of the Broadway musical The Little Mermaid, broke both his wrists after falling at least 20 feet through a trap door to the stage. The show was delayed for about an hour as emergency officials responded
Set up
to
a
the
tent
scene.
and shot him.
Bailey fell through the trap door just minutes
broken
before the show was about to begin. The audience was in the theater, but the curtain was down.
You could hear the thump on the floor, loud thump on the floor, then you heard someone scream, then you heard someone yell, medic.
Wow. Medic. Medic.
Medic.
What is it, a warrior? Medic. Oh.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Oh.
I'm sure guy on Broadway, his wrist being limp will be very foreign for him.
Yeah, those are supposed to be pretty pliable. I mean, it must have been a hell of a fall.
That's going to be inconvenient. Have to use his feet.
The Broadway actor, who was conscious at the time, was taken to Bellevue Hospital where he was treated for his injuries. This fan of the actor, who was at this afternoon's...
Oh, by the way, this fan of the actor, thank you, whoever wrote this. Even though he's never had a major role, the news talks to a fan of the actor and says the audience still enjoyed the show.
The actor, who was at this afternoon's performance, says he was surprised when he didn't see Bailey performing in the matinee.
His appearance is dramatic and really striking. His great smile, and I noticed he wasn't in the show.
And most of the audience members whom we spoke with say the actors were terrific, the show was great, and you'd never know that something was wrong and that it really was a testament to the actors' professionalism that they were able to go on in the face of such an accident.
Yeah. Why don't you do the right thing and, close up for the day?
Why?
That guy's fine.
Yeah, just send
Broke
him
his wrists.
Yeah.
There's 2 little wrists.
I guess you're right. Why do I care?
Hey, Tinkerbell, get
show
the
must go on.
They don't really bust apart those stereotypes.
No.
There.
Fabulous smile. It's just beautiful.
It was so stereotypically gay.
Yeah,
the entire audience.
Yeah,
like it was almost like a joke. You couldn't fit another gay person in that theater.
Sure you could. Turn the seat upside down.
He made such a dramatic entrance as he plummeted from the bottom of the boat like Owen Hart. We thought it was part of the show.
Oh.
What, too soon?
Too soon. Poor Owen.
Yeah, well, he fell.
Yeah, I know. The blue blazer, Jimmy. Well, I was going to say, speaking of, that would be very, very wrong. We're just moving on to the next story.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a classic. Listen to this.
Tonight, the 911 call from a terrified man running for his life from his knife-wielding girlfriend. And what set her off in the first place may be even more unbelievable than the chase itself. Shelton Dodson is here with the bizarre story. Shelton.
Well, it started with 20-year-old Amanda Moya watching a pornographic movie yesterday morning with her boyfriend. That's when he says she went, quote, crazy. Said the man starring in that porno was actually him, her boyfriend. That's when he says that his girlfriend stabbed him and then started chasing him down the street.
Brownie County 911. She has a knife running down the road. Okay, they put it. Hold on. Why does she have a knife? Crazy.
She thought he was in the porno?
Yeah. That they were watching.
I'll never have that problem. That actually happened with my girlfriend. Thought it was me. It was an ED commercial.
They're watching a porn together. All of a sudden, she gets the bright idea that he's the one starring in the porno that they're watching. She loses her mind, gets a knife, and starts chasing him around. He calls 911. He's running down the street, basically, as he's on with the 911 operator.
What a wuss.
He was in his boxer shorts, barefoot.
Yeah, just running away from his crazed wife.
Was it him?
The victim says he and his girlfriend were inside of his Southwest Albuquerque home watching porn at 10:30 in the morning. Right next to them, their 8-month-old baby boy.
What is her name? Amanda Moya. She almost shanked me and everything. She put the knife right under my toe.
The victim, wearing only a pair of shorts, took off down 5 points, running for his life and begging a 911 dispatcher for help. He said Moya had already stabbed him in the face and bitten him on his chest.
Okay, has she ever tried to stab you before? Yes. When? I don't know, a long time ago. She already has battery charges against me. Okay. Against herself. Okay, tell me your first name. She's not even supposed to be around me.
The dispatcher told the victim to keep running and try and get inside of a store, all the while directing deputies to his ever-moving location.
Okay, so you just want to stand there? Is she still coming towards you? Yes.
This woman is insane.
Wow, she's just still running after him.
How about you knock her teeth out?
Yeah, pick up a rock, throw it at her head.
Or kick her. What do you not how you to run away from your own broad?
She's got a knife.
That's true.
10:30 in the morning is a weird time to watch porn too. It really is.
Yeah, something's going on.
Oh yeah, with the baby next to you. I should add that. Good point, Jimmy. You just don't feel like watching porn for the most part in the morning like that, unless you've been up all night. Then maybe, but get a good night's sleep, wake up watching porn in the morning. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
Finally,
Time.
the man made it to a business parking lot at Bridge and Sunset. Amanda Moya still hot on his trail.
I'm right here at Checkers. Oh, yeah, ma'am, she's chasing me. Hurry, I see the cops. Tell me to flag them down. Flag them down. I can't. They're going to my house. Check her auto. Check her auto. I don't give a... Okay, do they see her? Yes, they see her. Okay, point them out to her to make sure they know who she is. Point to her.
The running woman with a knife?
They have her. Okay.
Yeah, point to her.
Point to her?
What do you think it is?
Yeah, it's that one.
Is it the woman over there holding the Reuben, or the one chasing you screaming?
Chasing the screaming half-naked man on himself.
Right. They're as dumb as they come, those 911 operators.
They have her. Okay.
Now, deputies arrested Moya and charged her with aggravated assault and aggravated battery. She was also charged with child abuse, since deputies say she left her baby boy alone in that home while she chased her boyfriend down the road with a knife.
Was she going to bring him?
Just holding his little hand.
Right.
Come with mommy while I stab my boyfriend.
Or give him the knife and push him in a stroller and get kid busted for murder. Such a bad boy.
Unbelievable.
All right, hey, I'm going to read every fucking word of this story.
Hotness.
I hope my reading's good today, because I want you to get all this goodness in. You might want to jerk off to this one if you're alone in your car.
Yeah, just pull it out right now.
Going to be honest with you, you might
start
have
jacking.
Now you guys wished we installed cameras in our classroom after all. Okay. Teachers pet each other.
Ah, like teacher's pet.
Clever with the headline. Clever with the headline.
Aren't they always?
Romance language teachers Cindy Morrow and Alimony Brito apparently took subject matters literally.
Yeah.
The two were tossed from James Madison High School in Brooklyn after being caught naked, sources say. Here's the story. Naked lust was part of their lesson plan at high school, sources say.
Oh.
Who's hot for teacher? Looks like the other teacher. 2 female romance language instructors were tossed out of their Brooklyn high school after being caught undressed. Undressed.
The teachers are undressed.
Undressed. Should we just slow down right there?
Yeah.
Visualize what undressed means to you. That's why radio rules.
Undressed.
Maybe we should take phone calls. What does undressed mean to you?
Were they totally nude?
Well, that's what you like.
I love them naked.
I want undressed where, like, the bra's askew, maybe a boob is popped out.
I like complete
and the
nudity.
panties are having a tough time, staying in place.
Yeah.
That's a nice undressed image for me.
That's hot, but I'll tell you.
Totally nude?
Head to toe. I don't like not even jewelry. Get all that shit off.
All right, so undressed in an empty classroom. Holy shit.
Well, what have we got here?
Students at James Madison High School in Midwood were watching a talent show in the auditorium.
Talent show?
While the 2 teachers were speaking the international language of love.
Wow.
What is the international language of love?
I think licking box in this case.
Licking box?
That's what I would think. They were speaking French to each other.
Yeah, they were.
If you know what I mean.
Now,
scissor. Maybe they were doing the Scissor Sisters, where they get in there with their legs together
Stupidest thing ever.
and start grinding and
just bumping donuts.
Yeah, they just like
what is that going to do?
Mash them together like 2 plungers.
They need a crawler and a donut, not 2 donuts.
You need a linchpin.
And right up, and I'm not even going to tease this anymore. The Dick of the Day award goes to a janitor who stumbled on the French teacher and the married Spanish instructor and tattled to school officials.
What is wrong with this
guy?
guy?
The fuck is wrong with this janitor? You have a shitty fucking job to begin with. You come across like gold. Keep it to your fucking self.
See, too bad Jimmy isn't here. Someone said Ted Scheckler, the janitor. I have to clean that mess up.
Oh, you think that's why?
Oh, yeah, that's why he was angry.
He's sick of trying to clean up the slime marks.
I've been mopping all evening.
Oh, God.
What an idiot. So what did the homosexual janitor do? Why did he...
What is wrong with him?
I know. See, because he just started yanking it. Just walk in the room and go, ladies, no. Keep doing what you're doing.
Do the Bill Murray from Caddyshack?
I'm just going to sit here and spank.
What's the fucking dialogue from that scene with the ball washer?
You're a tramp.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man, he comes across this.
Mm-hmm.
This is goodness that is going to happen again.
Yeah.
You're in on this. No one knows you're in on this, so fucking relax and enjoy.
Yeah.
Look, man, when I discovered the peephole in the coach's fucking office that led to the girls' locker room, did I tattle?
You don't rat.
Told a few people I knew I could trust. It's what you do. And then I swear to God, it's right out of a movie. You just move the cork board to the right.
Yeah.
There's a fucking hole into the girls' locker room, and I'm going to go tell the school?
This guy absolutely could have walked in there and said, ladies, don't do anything. Just stay, do what you're doing. I'm just going to stand here and watch. And, we don't want anything messy to happen, like you lose your jobs over anything like this, so I'll watch the door for you. Mm. You just keep doing what you do. Zip. And then just start jacking off.
You can't tell
continue.
You can't tell the teachers anything though, because they'll get paranoid.
What?
The janitor can't say shit to anybody.
No, I wouldn't say anything. Okay. I'd be like, well, when I'll see you back here next time.
Well, let's continue. Both tenured teachers were removed from the classroom immediately and sent to educational department rubber rooms while they're investigated for misconduct. Okay. The episode is the talk of the school. No shit. Students even set up a Facebook group to discuss the shenanigans, and it already has more than 500 fans.
I bet it has more now.
Now you guys wish we installed cameras in our classrooms. After all, wrote one student. Janitor Robert Kolantuani refused to comment yesterday. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry, he said. Brito's husband reached by phone, said he was unaware of the accusations but denied them. The school district has not informed my wife of these allegations, and they are untrue.
Oh.
Students said both teachers were popular. No shit.
I bet.
Miss Morrow was pretty fun, said Junior Eddie Ramirez, 18. She dressed like a teenage girl. She'd wear low-cut tops, shorts, 3/4 length jeans. She was kind of sexy.
That's nice.
Oh, my God. I had old bags.
Oh, is this the,
Is that the Facebook page?
No.
All right. You could see that she was the kind of person who would flirt. Students said Morrow dyed some of her hair pink over the summer. Teachers dyeing her hair pink.
Yeah, it's a little distracting for the students.
And has an array of sexy tattoos, a sun on her lower back, a flower on her leg, and a star on her foot. Yeah, she's got the tramp stamp.
And which one is that?
I don't know. Well, let me think. Morrow is, Morrow, the kind of like sort of red hair, like strawberry blonde.
Oh, right.
Kinky red hair.
Yeah, she looks like a dirty fucking girl.
Yeah?
The other one looks like, she'll take it when she can get it. That one, though, looks like a whore.
A hua?
A hua? In my personal opinion.
So she dyed her hair pink and whatnot. Wow. A lot of tattoos. Brito opted for more demure attire. She's pretty, said one 17-year-old who took French with her. Mrs. Brito was good-looking. Oh, yeah, one student said. A 16-year-old sophomore said Brito was a teacher students would come to with problems. She usually dresses elegant, looks smart. This is a perfect fucking lesbian situation.
Yes.
You got the dirty girl and then the one that's kind of like, I don't know.
Little prim and proper.
You think this is safe?
Why don't you take your clothes off?
I don't know.
Well,
you sure about this?
Yeah, there's an assembly going on right now. No one will be around.
Well,
okay. Just gonna unbutton my top a little so you can feel my tits. Oh. See, is that good? I'm gonna take all my clothes off.
Who do you think?
Sure?
Who do you think was getting the finger pie?
I think Dirty Girl was licking demure.
Dirty Girl was getting
snatch.
lots of finger pie, right?
Yeah, but I think she was licking snatch.
Licking snatch?
Yeah.
Do you think she licked her
Those
asshole?
legs were up in the air.
Did she give her the car wash where you lick everything?
Oh, yeah. Front to back.
Front to back, back to front.
Tailbone to belly button.
It's all in play?
Yeah, everything. It's all in play. There's no out of bounds, my friend.
Right, Tiger?
No out of bounds.
Tiger knows how to play both holes at the same time. Right, Tiger? I don't know.
I like applying a nice true coat on a girl.
She usually dressed elegant. That's pretty fucking hot. He said she's good looking and she was friendly, not flirty, just friendly.
Yeah.
Perfect scenario, man.
It really is.
You got the one you knew right off the bat was a goer, and then this other sort of innocent one. Students said gossip about the romp was flying through the school where staff members were trying to keep a lid on it. See, the staff members were trying to keep a lid on it. Okay.
Yeah.
The teachers don't even want you to bring it up because they say they'll get in trouble if we're talking about it in class, Eddie Ramirez said. They just say, let it go. Teachers and administrators at James Madison would not comment yesterday, but it was confirmed that this went on by the education department. There was an incident in the evening when there was a school performance, department spokeswoman Margie Feinberg said.
Oh, she's not sexy.
No, Feinberg.
Margie Feinberg here, making sure everything's on the up and up. Shut up, Margie Feinberg. Let the chicks fucking eat each other while there's some function going on. Who cares?
The two teachers have been reassigned pending the outcome of an education department investigation. These two are so fucking fired.
So incredibly and completely fired.
Not just fired, so fired.
What happened?
We just fucking told you what happened.
Come on. You think they'll just console each other in one of their apartments?
Yeah.
Can you believe they took our jobs and fired us? And
And I don't know if they're both married, but one husband is going to have no fucking problem with this.
Yeah, hey, why didn't you tell me?
Why don't you invite her over?
Yeah, she should come over and you two should discuss this. No, I really think she should come over.
You guys should discuss strategy.
Yeah, because you two are going to have to sort out maybe what you want to tell the press and stuff. I'll stay here to make sure,
I'll be a listener, someone that can listen to your suggestions.
And then he leaves the room, and you could hear the shaky hands as he's trying to get drinks together for the broads.
Clank, clank. The ice in the glass is all clanking. Just something to relax the two of you a little.
I gotta get something to relax these two.
So, huh? Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. He sits down between the two of them.
Innocently.
Yeah.
Just between the two.
One hand on each of their legs. So, pats him.
Yeah.
So what do you think, girls? What do you think we should do?
Yeah.
Big bulging boner in his head. Like an obvious hard-on and a wet spot where he's just been leaking. Yeah. What a great gimmick for that guy.
Yeah, call me crazy, but I don't think one of these guys is going to have a problem with this at all.
Hey, you've been drinking. You should probably stay the night. We have room.
Someone said I glazed over a detail. Oh my God, I'm not doing my job if I did. Greg in D.C., what do you got, buddy?
Greg.
Yeah, and I'm really sorry, boys, to get the heterosexual sex out of the show, because we so often get dick on this show.
Yes,
but, you glazed over the fact that they've got an 18-year-old junior, which means he's probably going to be 20 when he graduates. He's fucking stupid.
Oh, is an 18-year-old junior?
You mentioned 18-year-old Junior Ramirez, I think.
Well, he's not learning anything because his teachers are fucking licking each other's boxes.
Yeah, the teachers are bored. They've got a bunch of retarded kids that they're teaching, so what else are they going to do? You know what? These kids are stupid. Let's fuck.
Maybe he was left back, or, was on.
Yeah, if you're left back, you're not exactly brilliant.
He wasn't paroled that 1 year. He hadn't been paroled yet.
Anyway, thank you, boys, for bringing the hetero sex in. I know it only happens once a month. I'm going to keep listening.
You better pay more attention. I mean, I think we got rid of that faggoty stuff a while ago now.
Nice story.
As soon as you started talking about Tiger Woods, you did.
All right, good. We're going to try to keep this going.
Good, thank you.
You don't have your gym whistle today, do you?
No, damn it. I know. I don't know what happened to my whistle.
All time.
My whistle never got replaced after Tippy Tom was using it that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the late Tippy Tom.
I'm gonna blow a whistle.
I'm just listening, driving home in horror.
What the? All right, we're getting inside info. We got Chris in Brooklyn. Chris.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, Chris.
A friend of mine actually works at the school. He told me about a week ago this was going on, and he said supposedly the janitor had to rat these people out because he was afraid that they were going to wind up bringing him up on rape charges or something if the word got out.
What is he afraid of? How much lower can he go? He's already a janitor.
Yeah, right? Cares? If you're in prison, you be mopping floors.
Dude, if I was a janitor and I came across lesbian action, I'm not saying shit. That's going to make my job a lot better.
Not only that, but what janitor is thinking that far ahead? He didn't think that far ahead in life.
Right.
And he's thinking that far ahead that if I get accused, they might do this and that. Blah, 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 blah. Stop.
What is that about? Guys don't squeal on that shit. Ever.
Squealer. You hag. Yeah. That might be true, though. Maybe the guy saw and thought, they could turn this around on me and say I was sexually assaulting them. They have 2 against 1. A good story.
Oh, maybe I wasn't paying attention when I was reading. Did the janitor catch them?
Yeah, it walked in on them, apparently.
Oh, I see now.
And then it could have been like,
I see that could be maybe a problem. So maybe they used the janitor to save their own asses.
Huh. Yeah, then they throw the janitor to the wolves.
Right.
So, we were in this room. He comes in here and sexually assaults the 2 of us. And he goes, no, they were naked. It's like, yeah, sure, we were naked.
Oh, brother.
And then he's clink.
I guess you're right. Let's say hi to Matt in Brooklyn. Matt.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Matt.
Listen, what the fuck is the matter with this janitor, man? When you watch a porno and you sit there and you're like, this bullshit never happens in real life. This is happening in real life to this guy, man. You should just join in.
He must have opened the door. He must have opened the door and been taken them completely by surprise. If I saw it at first, I would have whipped out the cell phone, taken a few snapshots first.
Right.
Maybe you did.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Would you have dropped the Murphy's soap right there?
Oh, yeah.
All over the place?
That goes all the fucking cleaners.
All the cleaning supplies?
The cardboard fucking toilet paper that he's restocking in the bathrooms.
More info on this Ramirez kid who might be too old for high school. Phil in Philly.
Phil.
Hey, Bubba boys.
Hey, Phil.
I'm just calling to say that I don't think you guys glazed over anything. The kid's not 18. He's not an 18-year-old junior. His name is Junior Ramirez.
Is that true?
Let me say.
No?
No, it's Junior Eddie Ramirez. Junior Ramirez.
You never know. That's pretty funny. Let me say hi to Nastasia. Nastasia, Brooklyn.
Morning, boys. I just had to call in because I graduated from James Madison High School.
You did?
Yes, I did. And these types of things never happened when I was there. But I was just thinking while I was listening to you guys how many male teachers are angry that they were forced to watch the kids in the talent show instead of walking through the halls and maybe stumbling upon
a real talent show,
female
right?
teacher
Yeah.
in the classroom.
Yeah.
It's very exciting that this happened at our high school.
That's a pretty hot story, isn't it?
Not necessarily for me, since I'm not really into lesbian action, but it is very funny that this happened.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, what is wrong with you? You know how hot lesbian action is?
Great.
Well, not to
You know what you're
me,
missing?
but I'm sure for you guys it is.
What?
Of course it is.
Especially if my cock is involved.
I'm very glad you guys are talking about it, though.
All right, Guidette.
It's great. So I just stop calling me that.
All right,
Bye,
Guidette.
guys.
Guidette.
Jersey Shore just fucking rules. Everybody's talking about it. If you go on Facebook, that's all it is people quoting Jersey Shore now.
Yep.
Sean in North Carolina writes, Anthony, 2 girls, 1 schmuck.
Oh.
2 girls, 1 schmuck.
How great would it be if you walked in and they were eating each other's shit?
That's it. Maybe Jenner tried and got turned down, then got revenge by ratting. That's okay. You know, maybe we can't give him Dick of the Day award.
Maybe. You think he went over there and threw down some sawdust for him to sop up some of that wetness?
Some of the slop.
Yeah, the janitor always had the sawdust just in case someone puked or pissed their pants in the cafeteria. Just nonchalantly goes over and starts laying down some of that stuff.
Does it clean up female fluids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
the mop
so.
out.
Well, there you go. That story is just amazing.
Hotness.
So, ladies, if you got a lesbian story, of course you call our show.
Nothing wrong with that.
We're your place for lesbian stories.
Yeah.
Hot lesbian story.
Never happens, thank God, with, 2 male teachers. You never...
Yeah, it's just not the same, isn't it?
The fucking math teacher and the science teacher just going at it. Yuck.
Well, let's do an experiment.
You don't want to see that.
Give me 2 very manly names. Let's do an experiment here.
All right. No, not Anthony and Richard. Bastards.
2
Dirk and Brock. Wait a minute. No, not Brock. Steve C.
All right, Steve C. Good. Steve C. and who?
And Brock. Gus and Helmer, very good.
Brock?
And Brock, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve C. and Brock. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I do this right. Brock. So Brock will go here.
Yeah.
I got to, rewrite this a little bit so I don't fuck it up.
Steve C. and Brock.
Yeah, I don't have to do the whole thing. Okay.
Just the juicy part.
2. Okay. Yeah. And instead of language teachers, what are the male teachers?
Shop. One has to be the shop teacher.
Shop teacher.
Shop teacher.
And social studies.
Social studies.
That's horrible.
Social studies.
All right, bear with me. I'm trying to write this. God, this is like ad libs. This is fun.
Yes.
Or Mad Libs. What's
Mad Libs.
Mad Libs.
It's gay libs.
It's gay libs, everybody, right. Okay.
See if it's as hot.
Naked lust was part of their lesson plan at high school, sources say. Who's hot for teacher? Looks like the other teacher. 2 male teachers, one that teaches shop and the other that teaches social studies, were tossed out of their Brooklyn high school after being caught undressed in an empty classroom.
Now the story becomes just funny. You picture
Let's
it.
do Mad Libs all day. Students at James Madison High School in Midwood were watching a talent show in the auditorium while Steve C. and Brock were speaking the international language of love. A janitor stumbled on Brock and Steve C., a married social studies teacher, and the shop teacher on November 20th. Both tenured teachers were removed from the classroom and sent to education department rubber rooms while they were investigated for misconduct, sources said. The episode is the talk of the school. Students even set up a Facebook group to discuss the shenanigans, and it already has more than 500 fans.
One of the teachers was nice and handsome.
Yeah.
He dressed like a surfer.
Janitor Robert, refused to comment yesterday. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry, he said. Steve C's husband reached by phone, said he was unaware of the accusations but denied them. You get the point.
Yeah. That's good.
Not as hot.
I like that.
Not as hot, Ann. Dun, dun, dun.
Porno music.
We have another masturbation story.
Oh,
we
good.
barely touched on the one in Philly, whatever. The video's out there. The guy, he's fucked up. He crashes his car, then gets naked and starts masturbating. But the asshole filming decides 13 seconds is good enough.
What an idiot.
He kind of blew it for all of us. You're the guy there.
Do you think they cut it, maybe? Whoever posted it?
Maybe it just got boring after that?
No, maybe they just cut it because it
Or
got
maybe the
too
cops
graphic
showed
or
up
something.
and, cops probably said, enough already. Who knows? It's just, the video should have been
inside
longer.
a store or something. They were far enough away.
Now we got a Metro North worker pleasuring himself in front of a sleeping female rider and then leaves evidence on her body.
Where?
What did he leave? A fingerprint?
Where did he
maybe?
arc one?
A Metro North worker was arrested Tuesday for pleasuring himself in front of a dozing rider on a commuter train in Connecticut. Manny. He cleans the cars, I guess. A train car cleaner.
Sal.
Well, and he messes it up for He's trying to keep himself employed.
Yeah, there's some anger there, right? That he's stuck cleaning the train, so he decides, fuck that, look what I do now.
Yeah.
Charged with misdemeanor counts of public indecency, and breach of peace. Breach of peace?
Yeah.
That's a charge?
Well, they're talking about his cock.
After being collared not long after darting out of the Fairfield station. He got caught because the female victim, who was on the 735 out of Grand Central Station, she opened her eyes and saw the dude exposing himself and performing the lewd act. So she's basically
Did
like,
she
what
catch
the fuck
the money
you doing?
shot?
Yeah, did she suck it?
Yeah.
She also found physical evidence from the act on her body.
That's so great. Clear stuff.
Geez.
On her knee.
That's cum. They just can't have cum in the paper.
That's great. Sam, collect the evidence with your mouth.
Oh, this is a beautiful girl. She was hassled on the way home, Sam. Gee, Quince, I don't know. Detective Monahan, there was cum in her eyebrows, nose, scalp, and vagina. I know, I licked all of them.
That's just a creep right there, huh?
Yeah.
You could get a good lawyer, say, hey, she must have been dreaming. She had a nightmare.
Oh, but what about the jizz evidence?
Yeah, there's jizz evidence.
She saved
How do you make that go away?
Right.
Well,
in a court of law.
That jizz evidence. Oh,
Right.
boy.
So you think she opened her eyes and he was in the middle of coming?
Maybe because he went, oh.
Or maybe he went,
like,
look, and she opened her eyes.
Yeah, opened her eyes, and he sealed them right shut again. That was good stuff.
We got an opera singer who can't work because she farts a lot after an operation. This is a great story, man.
Yeah, she, when she sings?
Opera diva claims her career might be over because she can't belt out big notes without passing gas.
Oh, because
this is
she
a real
pushes
story, man. Singer Amy Herbst is suing an Army hospital over allegedly botching a procedure that's forced her off stage with chronic incontinence and flatulence.
Oh, because she shits herself, too?
She's shitting herself when she hits the big notes, I guess.
Oh, God, her husband must fucking hate her.
Oof.
God, this guy's
She's pretty hot, too. Is this her?
Yeah, she just got hotter as far as I'm concerned. Cutting gases and shitting all over the place. She's a fucking keeper.
The injury happened when she was giving birth. They had to fucking cut her open.
Yeah, but the episiotomy was given.
Episiotomy. They cut you from the puss to the ass.
Oh, God.
But the nurse wasn't authorized or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the nurse just went in there with some scissors.
No,
kid had a big head.
Jesus. No physician. Wow. Wow. Okay, you're right. Yeah, the doctor wasn't involved basically with this. And they didn't repair it properly, supposedly.
Yeah, the nurse fucked up and they shoot in there with a chainsaw.
A license plate from Louisiana came out.
Exactly.
I love how they write things in the paper. The botched procedure has caused Amy Herbst to experience fecal urgency.
Oh, that sounds like something we've all had.
Yeah, her shit knocks out her colon the way fucking Angel Salazar was trying to get into Tony's office. Yeah, the scar face.
Including periodic leaking of stool and excessive flatulence. Oh my God.
Keep going. keep reading. Damn. So I guess the sphincter muscle was damaged.
Right.
That holds, that's the seal there. Like when you're holding a fart or a shit, like that's the fucking last resort. That's the Alamo.
Yeah.
We're going to pull back to the Alamo.
If she can hold in her farts. She can hold them in.
I don't think so. She got that ring. That sphincter ring was damaged, so it can't get that nice tight seal.
Her asshole, it looks like that fucking tube now in Shawshank at the end. There's just fucking nonsense and bile leaking out of it.
Andy Dufresne came flying out.
Exactly, that's what her fucking colon ring looks like now. It all just runs right down into her socks.
Shit. She had a part in Madam Butterfly, and she's suing for $2.5.
Wow. Now stuff's flying out of her butt. Oh, gee.
Oh, that
poor
sucks.
woman. Damn, that would seem to be
But wouldn't that help ticket sales? Where you got an opera singer that can lose it at any second?
Oh, my, nice diuretic evacuation in the middle of the big song.
You're going to bring a whole new audience to opera, right?
That big note.
Dude, I went to
fucking Mike her ass.
Yeah, part of the fucking opera.
You ever go to opera? I went once. And it was horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't mind some singing, but
I would go.
Singing that doesn't make sense.
If the chick was going to fart, as she's singing, I would go. Other than, but
in a second you would go. Someone should fucking, set her up nice in an opera house.
Yeah.
The tickets would fucking sell well.
If they mic'd her ass and she sang,
she should just go with it. Have a good time with
I'd get there an hour early.
Right at the high
Get a
note,
good
she
seat.
takes that Viking helmet off and shoves the horn up her ass. Plug it up.
Yeah,
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah, her asshole sounds like a Ricola commercial. And just horn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Oh, the poor woman. What are you going to do?
Do we have a news story on this?
Fix that?
No.
Yeah,
why can't they just go in there and sew the fucking thing
you
shut?
think they could tighten that shit up a little bit for her?
Yeah, throw a rubber band in there.
They can, she can wear a bag if she had to.
Oh, man. That would be terrible.
Just diapers.
And then finally...
her husband wasn't into ass fucking.
Oh, jeez.
That's terrible.
It's all loose now.
Or in her box.
Oh, this is from Red Eye.
Oh, it's the Red...
All right. An opera singer claims her career might be over because she's unable to sing
Career.
without farting. Amy Herbst.
It's pretty hot.
That's all you need to say, really. Poor girl, the poor lady. She's suing a
How
hospital in
embarrassing. Her
Kentucky
pictures
over
everywhere.
Allegedly botching a surgery that took place while she was giving birth as a result
How do you agree to this?
of her excessive flatulence. Herbst has been unable to work as a professional opera singer. They're seeking $2.5 million in damages. Pan, I'm thinking, you work in Vegas. Shouldn't she embrace this? It's like she's an opera singer with a bonus.
Well, there's Lepetamine, which is the act they always talk about of a guy who was able to fart.
Yes.
So, and some people have said that that's also false, and that's an apocryphal thing. But I don't know. I mean, how? This is a delicate question, I suppose. But how close is the audience to it?
That's true. Well, that could be. That you could actually pay more. You pay more.
Who else is on that
This can
panel?
be solved with ventilation.
Yes.
Also, opera singers sing really, really loud.
Right.
It's not like you're listening to some mumbling, quiet folk singer.
But it would be great though because Dan, she'd be singing and it'd be like she'd be accompanying herself with a horn.
Well, you get the guy with the flute and the horse.
What about where's Bill? By the way, we're having a Bill Schultz.
He's gone from the show.
I know he's gone, but why?
I don't know. I haven't heard hide nor hair of why he's not on the show anymore.
People want to know what happened to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
No clue.
That's not even worth it for her to even file that lawsuit.
No,
to be
it's
public
just too
like
embarrassing.
Well, that's probably...
She's the one like, oh, you're the farting, shitting herself girl.
Not for fucking $2.5 million when you're fucking,
that better be 20 mil.
Your underwear looks like the bottom of a soup bowl. Your fucking vaginal juices, shit, and gas leaking into your fucking panties.
You know, it'd be great, like, in whatever town she lives in, she's in the supermarket, you follow around with a lighter, just waiting for her to fucking so you can light it on fire.
Just for the fun,
Just have it fucking lit and follow around the supermarket until she cuts one.
It's probably the lawyers for the Opera House just shaming her so she drops the lawsuit. We're going to put your picture everywhere now. She's known as the farting opera singer. That's great.